Yeah, welcome to episode 236 of Open Your Toys Cast, the podcast dedicated to the four greatest action figure franchises of the 80s and all time, and those are Rock,
Thundercats, Silverhawks, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Mask. Oh wait, yeah, we're doing a different show today.
They were almost all anthropomorphic people, animals.
It's G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Masters of the Universe, and Transformers. Sorry if I tried to trick you guys today.
I heard Mask. I was down.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been fully immersing myself in Mask, and I think I've decided, nope, I'm not going to collect Mask. It is just too crazy, all the parts and the fixing and all that kind of shit. I'm just like, and then I don't want to pay full price for something that's complete, that everything works either. So
I'm just happy I completed it years ago because it's just blown up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, all right. If you want to kick it with us, we want you to do it here live every other Sunday. Yeah, it's Saturday, and we don't have any watchers, so Sunday must be a good day for our podcast. But yeah, we're recording a day early, so people like me can enjoy their sports ball game. If you can't make the live showing, kick it with us on our group Facebook, that is at facebook.com/group/open your toys. If you just want to find out when we're recording, especially when we change days like this, you can follow us at facebook.com/open your toys cast. If you want to see everything we're talking about, go to openyourtoys.com. At the top of the page there'll be the show notes. If you want to take a trip back in history, look back 10 years and look at our show notes then and see what was going on then. It also have links to subscribe to us through Spotify, Apple, Google, RSS, Stitcher Smart Radio. You can email us at team@openyourtoys.com, voicemail at 720-235-TOYS. Support the show at openyourtoys.com/Amazon and openyourtoys.com/eBay, which, huge thank you. I assume this is primarily due to you, Rock. Another $70 affiliate paycheck, dude. I'm just blown out of the water.
Well, Slick, if you could do me a favor, if you could send me that check so I could send it towards my $9,000 tax bill that I have to pay for eBay, it would help me offset it. So
I was going to say, man, if I could only do my own eBay, like, because that's the whole thing. Once you open up an affiliate, they don't count your sales anymore. I'm like, fuck, man, I could be offsetting my tax bill as well.
Well, definitely that was a little thing to remind me later about the tax situation. So
yeah, I forgot to put it in the show notes, but we'll do it. Let's do it during listener feedback and questions, because I'm sure. Because I've been posting in miscellaneous toy groups about this whole thing, and people are like completely unaware of it. And I'm like, really? Like, I mean, I guess.
Well, they're too busy shitting on repros too.
We do got people in the house. KJ Smith and Brinkalizer, what up?
Nice. I'm glad they have no lives either.
Oh shit. Let's see. Rock, where can people find you?
You can find me in the group. You can find me on Facebook, and you can find my eBay store, Rock DM, or Rock's Vintage Toys and Collectibles.
And again, show notes got links to all that. Cliff, what about you, sir?
I post in the group as Red Menace, but mostly I do all my posting on Instagram under Associate of Horror.
Yes. If you want to hit me up, I'm at facebook.com/openyourtoys, at Slick McFavorite on the gram, slick at openyourtoys.com, and I've got an eBay store that doesn't have very much in it. So,
but you got plenty of inventory. We know that.
Yeah. That's fucking right. Oh my god, dude.
If
you could just see what was from here on, like, this looks like, oh, he's got an eclectic setup, toys everywhere, like, then it's just boxes to the fucking ceiling.
Look,
like that.
I don't go back to work until mid-March, okay? Round trip airfare, JetBlue out of JFK to Denver, pick me up, and I will show you how to speed list items. I'm talking literally like I got it down to a science. I scan it, the barcode, I find somebody else's listing, I change a little bit, I look at their shipping, maybe touch it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and boom, I'm telling you, it's speed
I
listing.
I do the same way. I will put in my keywords, and then it says, "Hey, it looks like you're selling something like this," and I find the person that has the most keywords in their title and all that kind of shit. So I do something similar, but not the scanner. So the scanner, are you doing this all mobile on your phone?
Oh yeah, do everything on the phone. Come on, look at me. I'm using my son's computer he had the lights going before. I had to call the tech team in here. It was literally every other color was going. I don't know how to even use this thing. Yeah, I do everything with my phone. So when you do search, there's a thing where you could scan the barcode. So you just take the item, you scan the barcode, it comes up with that item, and then you can look at like completed items, ones that are available, and it's so easy that way.
That's smart. I need to try that.
Well, you're not really a phone guy. You do everything on your computer.
Yeah, but I can, and I had to live off of my phone. I went up and settled my uncle's estate finally and sold the rest of his shit. So that was interesting. I took my laptop, but I forgot my fucking charger. So literally like 2 days in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, having to sell stuff just completely on my phone. So I got kind of used to it. My wife liked it. I answered the phone every time she called. She's like, "Oh my God, you must be bored." I'm like, "No, I have to do everything on my phone." So I've got to keep it right next to me at all times. All right. So what are we drinking, Rock? You got anything cool there? Are you rating your kids?
I have a
energy drink fridge.
No, I could, but hazelnut coffee with one sweet and low, and light cream half and half. Ooh, ooh.
Now, light cream just means a little bit of cream, right?
No, it's the less fat one. It has less fat, yeah.
Okay.
Because you got to keep this nice and sleek. It's got bikini seasons coming soon. It was 60 degrees here today.
Dude, we got we were supposed to get 1 to 3 inches yesterday, and we got like 6 or 7 inches, and then now it's like 50 degrees, so everything is melting except for lawns.
Tomorrow we're getting 1 to 3. We literally drove around today. We did wine tasting. We went to this like artisanal chocolate place today. We did all like this fancy schmancy shit for Valentine's Day early, and like drove around with the windows open. And I'm like, and it's gonna snow tomorrow. It makes no sense. Global warming.
Yeah,
It's 16 degrees in Chicago.
Oh my God.
Doesn't matter. I don't leave the house. I don't give a shit what it is outside.
60. But you know what the real problem is? Like in my area, this typically happens every February around this time of year. That is going to sound. This is tree nerd talk, but literally the trees get tricked into thinking if you have 3 days in a row of these kind of temperatures, they start to think it's springtime. So the buds start to swell, and depending if a plant is actually facing the sun, normally roses, the bud will open up, and then the leaf starts to emerge, and then it's going to snow. It's going to get cold, and spring really is going to come until March or April. And then you get frost damage, so that all the leaves come out distorted.
Yeah,
but that's what happens in my industry. It's always have a built-in excuse if something doesn't look right. It's another one of the things. But that's your little tree knowledge for the day.
No,
That's why I'm a tree doctor.
KJ, and I think he's northeast.
Is he the East Coast?
If I remember, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
KJ, where you at? He's a Jersey or Delaware guy?
Can be very general, just the state if you don't feel comfortable. But so as far as what I am drinking, so I pulled back from the seltzers, but it's still flavored.
Oh.
So this is Dos Equis Lager Especial Watermelon. And it comes in a multi-pack. So you get watermelon, lime, cucumber, and pineapple.
Everything but the cucumber. I'd be into.
See, and I used to hate it, but I've grown to love it. Like anything that has cucumber in it, like we'll infuse cucumber water and shit like that. Like I'm loving it. But these are really good. It's still beer. It tastes like almost a Bud Lighty beer. It's about as light as you can get. And then it's just got a little fucking hint of whatever the flavor is, and I really like them.
Well, it was kind of funny because we normally don't drink wine, but I'm like, hey, it's a beautiful day. We got like 50 vineyards by us. I'm like, let's go pop in. So we do like a flight, and it was a rosé, a Pinot Grigio, I think a Pinot Noir, and something else. And my wife, like everyone, was like, I'm like, you gotta snip it first. She's like this. She just takes a sip. So the guy comes over, I guess the sommelier, he was like, how's everything going? I'm like, she's really not liking it. And he's like, what does she like to drink? I'm like, Malibu and rum. Pineapple and Malibu, stuff like that. He's like, all right, let me go get you some other wines. No charge either. He brought us another flight, and this one was supposed to have cherry notes. This one was supposed to have pear notes. This one was supposed to have Granny Smith notes. 7 different wines, and she was just like, nope. Didn't like any of them, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't like. I'll be honest, I didn't like them either. But I was like, I see all these people enjoying wine, like they're sitting there with a bottle of rosé.
Oh, so you both were trying wine, like not for the first time, obviously,
but trying to like get
trying
into
to
it.
be, yeah, exactly, yeah,
yeah. It was just like, but there's so many vineyards, so we just said, well, let's just try another one another time. I just thought like, hey, it'd be something nice. Like it's a nice day out. It's Valentine's Day weekend. We didn't take our son, so I was like, we're just cruising around all these nice places, and the wine tasting, no bueno.
Yeah, the wine and coffee, like I've never tasted a good one. Period. Like those
Shut
two
your
things,
mouth about
like,
coffee.
See, that's how, like in wine, people are just like, are you fucking kidding? They're like, not with your dinner, like not with a good fish or a good red meat. I'm like, fuck no. Like
that's the one guy I've been
rotten
working with for 10 years. Yeah, the one guy I've been working with for 10 years. He's like, oh yeah, my wife just texted me on the way home. I just got to grab a bottle of wine for dinner. I would love to be able to just like pop in and grab a bottle, like, and just be like, oh, what are we having tonight? Oh, chicken. Oh, I'm gonna grab. Yeah, not a wine guy, unfortunately. But...
let's see. KJ Smith is a Bostonian.
Oh, okay.
I've
been there.
Not too far. And Brinkalizer, unseasonably warm there as well. Went to the park, saw some bees. Man, are they in for a shock tomorrow?
Yes, they are.
All right, let's get into some fucking toy news. Let me share this motherfudging screen. Bye-yow. What does this one do? What does that look like? Oh, I don't like that one. All right. There we go.
Better.
First up, Transformers Fan First Friday. Hey, so this is kind of exciting. Excuse me. Whew. Lots of stuff here if you want to read through the whole like press release and stuff. Started off. Oh, this looks like a mobile game. Yep, mobile game. Wait, this is Transformers Cross Top War. I've never played Top War before. New Sleep Story, History of the Transformers, Peter Cullen. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I listened to this. I've watched this live. There's Calm is something you listen to before you go to bed, and he reads you a Transformers story.
So it's just ASMR?
Basically.
Yeah, I was going to say.
As long as he's not talking dirty to me, I'm fine.
I fucking listen to ASMR every night, and that's how I get to sleep.
Do you? Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I'm a TV guy.
Like what? What do you put on, Cliff?
Just whatever. I subscribe to a bunch. I think my favorite is probably Ephemeral Rift. GB ASMR is really good. I just pot it, whatever the new video they have up. They post pretty regularly.
I found one the other night when I was on YouTube. My wife's like, "What is this?" It was the sound of a thunderstorm and the rain hitting the glass.
Ooh.
And she's like, are you gonna shut the TV off? I'm like, no.
Dude, I love rain, dude. Rain I can fall asleep to anytime. Like I've just never Miss McFavor really deals with, I wouldn't call it insomnia. She wakes up in the middle of the night and can't go back to bed. So maybe that is part of the definition. I always thought insomnia was like you could never fall asleep, but every single night, man, 2 o'clock, she'll wake up and then it's a battle for anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours for her to get back to sleep.
Yep.
Quick
Same
question:
thing.
do you have a dog that needs to go to the bathroom at like 2 o'clock in the morning? Is that what wakes her up or anything?
Not, we do, but that's not what wakes her up. The dog just pees in the on the fucking bathroom rug.
Okay.
But that's not, dude. It can be dead silent.
Oh no, because my wife gets
she
that.
wakes
What happens?
up.
Our dog, our bed's really high. The dog jumps off, and then you hear the sound of his nails on the wood floor. He paces back and forth. Then he nudges my wife, wakes her up. Then she lets him out. He pees, runs right back in. Since she goes to lay down, then she goes on the phone because now you're awake. And then she's like, has a problem falling back asleep again. So I don't know, because I heard like if you go back on your phone, if you wake up, that stimulation will just like make it really hard for you to go back to sleep.
Well, and I've tried to tell her that, but she's like, I can't fall asleep and I don't know what to do. And
Yeah,
so
you
I
look
just
at your-
get on my phone. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you just, whenever I've had problems falling asleep, the only thing that works for me is just dead silence, darkness, and I just lie there. And sometimes you lie there for 45 minutes and it seems ridiculous because it's so unproductive, and shit like that. And
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, if I'm awake, I need to be getting shit done. But yeah. But if I ever had problems, rain would be the thing I think that would probably help me get back to sleep. So they're going to do the Shattered Glass trade paperback. So that was only supposed to be a 6-issue series. So that's coming. More comic stuff. And then they revealed the Bumblebee movie RC, which I think she looks dope. I think that's a good Cybertronian mode. I don't know about her puppet mouth, Then we get Ironhide, and then Junkyard. I thought. Did we talk about this? Because I could have swore I remember
I
talking
think we
about.
talked about Wreck-Gar last time.
Yeah, because I was saying,
That's what
I
it
have
was.
an extra. I
The
think
guy
we
with the Fu
already.
Man, he's the Fu Manchu, right?
Yeah. So, maybe that was just a tease, and this is the official announcement, probably. So, Junkyard looks good here. We get the leader, Sludge. Is that right? So he looks good, like he should.
That looks pretty G1. That one.
This one?
Yeah, that looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, all these leader ones I think have been really good. The Slag and the Grimlock I think have been great. Now I'm just waiting on my Snarl, and then motherfucking, unless he comes with a bunch of accessories, Swoop better be a Voyager, because if they're gonna try to pass Swoop off as a leader, we're gonna have problems. The redeco of Scorponok into Sandstorm. And I don't even know what they're calling this. It's the Cheetor, but... And then same thing here. Waspinator is some different version. They officially announced the reissue of the original, never going to call it G1, but the original Beast Wars Scorponok. Reissue. Is this the oh yeah, it must be. Reissue Tigertron. The red, so just the non-transformable knockout. One that I want, the non-transformable Ultra Magnus. And then I thought Brinkalizer, if you're still on, I thought we already got this Bumblebee. Because I saw it today and I passed on it because I could swear I have this Bumblebee. So it's from the Bumblebee movie. The one I saw today was in the Studio series. So Cliff Jumper, so another shot at him, this time with blue windows, so more animation accurate. You also get, I don't think he had this Autobot logo on the hood. Cup, again, this will be Studio Series, so a little bit more beat up, more distressed. So
Cup was the one that was voiced by the Micro Machine guy in the movie, right?
no, that's a Blur.
Oh, wrong.
Cup was the curmudgeon. I forget who
Oh,
he
okay.
was
That's the-
voiced by, but
I just watched
he
the
was-
movie last week.
oh, did you?
Oh yeah, I've been buying a ton of Transformers now. And I tell you,
Isn't
I watched.
it weird what that
Yeah.
does to you, dude?
I've been spending so much time on Wheeljack's lab, and what's the other Transformer site? Transformerland, maybe? It's in Florida, Gainesville, Florida.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Transformerland. But I watched the first few episodes of Beast Wars. Oh, I could not get into it. Optimus is a gorilla. Yeah, I just couldn't. The only thing I liked was Scorponok out of it. I watched 3 episodes. He was the only thing I liked out of the whole show.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is you've got to give it, like, it doesn't even really get good till the second season as far as like story goes. So it's a hard watch, for payoff
Down the
another
road,
season
yeah.
or 2 seasons down.
Well, I'm still trying to work my way through Miami Vice right now. And I only have so much time before I go back to work. So I have to prioritize my TV right now.
Yeah,
I got to finish Miami Vice. So
Breakalizer. Okay, good. I'm glad. Like I say, I'm never worried about nicer deco or anything like that. So yeah, putting out Studio Series stuff and buzzworthy Bumblebee line. Next up, Star Wars Fan First Wednesday. So here's the full recap of that sucker. So first up, archive stuff. So we get C-3PO. Nothing too crazy there. How old were you guys, or at what point in your fandom did you realize that C-3PO had a silver leg?
Immediately. It was my dad's favorite thing about C-3PO.
Really?
He
So
loved
like when you were a
C-3PO had a
kid?
silver leg. Yeah, he loved that
Interesting.
C-3PO had a silver, and he was always upset that the vintage Kenner figures never did it.
Interesting. Yeah, because the vintage ones never did it. I don't think I knew this until like a couple years into like my hardcore collecting.
yeah, same here.
When they're like first time with screen accurate silver leg, I'm like, what the fuck? And then
But in Return of the Jedi, he didn't have a golden leg.
I don't know about Jedi. I know in New Hope it's silver. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's changed by Jedi.
He might have been, after he got blew up in Empire, they might have put him together with all his right casings or something. But Dengar, a lot of people missed him. I know he was a popular one. The Emperor, I couldn't remember if I had the Emperor, so I pre-ordered him again.
You didn't get the Amazon one with the throne and the 3 faces?
No, not. I know I didn't get the throne just because I didn't give a shit about the throne.
Oh, I got the throne. Because I got the throne because I had the 2 royal guards, and I want him sitting in the throne, flanked by both royal guards.
Nice. Yeah, that probably would have been a smarter buy. Lando and his skiff guard, just like Leia and her Bausch. Again, Jedi is kind of my Star Wars. That's where, I saw Empire in the theater. I was too young to ever see Star Wars in the theater, but I saw Empire in the theater. But Return of the Jedi was like, oh yeah, this is Star Wars, So he's a focus character for me, but not enough to just buy it for some redeco.
Hey, quick diversion. Slick, when you saw Return of the Jedi, can you still remember it? Because I know, I can remember still seeing Empire when I was 5 and Return of the Jedi when I was 8. There was literally a line wrapped around like a city block for us. There was a couple hundred people waiting in line for Return of the Jedi tickets. It was playing in all 4 theaters in that one movie theater when I went.
I don't. The only thing I remember from being a kid was I thought I saw Star Wars in the theaters because it's the Star Destroyer flying over the top, that old like Spaceballs thing they make fun of. And so I thought I saw Star Wars, and then when I kind of got back into my fandom and I saw that Empire Strikes Back was the same thing, they just dropped the probe droids or whatever. I was like, oh no, it was most likely Empire Strikes Back.
Because I remember another funny thing too was like after everybody saw it, we were how kids are. Did you see it? So one kid was like, "Yeah, we were waiting online, and this guy came out, told everybody online, Darth Vader really is Luke's dad," and like just fucking spoiled it for everybody online. God. Can you imagine that? That guy now is
get murdered. Yeah.
Especially in the fucking 83, I'm sure he wasn't stabbed to death.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially where I live.
Yeah, I was going to say, New York was real lax in the early 80s.
Brinkalizer back in the day only watched Star Wars via taped off TV, so never saw that the leg wasn't gold. And I think that's a good point too. Like I watched bad VHS or just like TV only on anywhere from a 13. I think the biggest TV I ever had growing up was a 22-inch. Like that was the biggest one, just because my mom didn't spend money on stuff like that, Let's see. All right, so keep going, Lando here. What happened here? Come on.
It's funny because that figure in the 3 3/4 is like the peg warmer of all peg warmers.
So was the Black Series. I saw them all the time.
Yeah, the Black Series was super available too.
Do you think maybe they just repacked it?
They said they redecoed it.
Oh, okay.
So we get a Jedi Fallen Order Nightbrother Archer. So this is dope.
Yeah,
I fucking love this. Pre-ordered that today. It is available. I don't know if it's shown up on the website, but we'll talk about it a little bit later in the show. But I was able to walk into my GameStop today and pre-order that. 3 3/4 vintage collection Clone Trooper 501st Legion. I guess this is one of the hardest to find 3 3/4 figures from this line. So people are glad that they're reissuing it, but the one glaring issue is that the helmet is way too big for it. And the complaints of the Star Wars people is like, if you're going to reissue something that you already have molds for and everything, like give us a helmeted head that isn't a helmet, like give us the right
swappable heads instead of a removable
portrait
helmet.
Profile. Yeah. Give us the right portrait is what the nerds like to call it.
That's what I saw a review on the 3 3/4 Bo-Katan, and I guess that's what they did. It's a human head and a Mando head. It's not a helmet.
Yeah.
Swappable heads.
And see, and as greedy as this, I want for some reason we can't click on this Yoda, but we're also getting a Yoda. Looks like he'll have the carrying pouch from the Dagobah training. But yeah, I would like the ability for helmeted characters to hold their helmet. And yes, I would like the helmets when the head is on the figure for it to be the right size, not some big like Halloween costume helmet on them.
But you couldn't you have them just hold the alternate head, or does it not work? Because I've had that on a few figures where I just have them holding the alternate.
Oh, so you don't produce a set? Oh yeah, that would work.
I mean,
depending on how the peg works or something. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That would be a good way to solve that without having a third accessory for the head. Pipeline reveals, which are always kind of fun nowadays. I'm going to scoot back. I am so freaking far here. So this is for Vintage Collection. So Anakin Episode 2. And then a Mandalorian Commando. So I'm excited about that second one for sure. Let's see here, and then for Black Series, Ayla Cura with that, which I'm excited for. Well, all of these are. A Darth Maul specifically from Clone Wars season 7. So I think he's still. Did he have his mechanical legs still, or had he gone back to normal? I think he had gone back to normal legs.
They look,
point.
I just actually watched it last weekend, all of season 7. They're still robot legs, but they look like normal legs.
Yeah, not exactly. They're not the
like
little
crazy
claw.
robot. Yeah, they're not crazy robot-y.
Okay, and then Saw Gerrera as well, and I'm down for a Saw Gerrera. I like his place in the shit.
Well, there's a bunch of people been complaining for the longest time that movie they never finished the figures for Rogue Squadron.
Well, we just got Bodhi.
Yeah.
Archive a Force Awakens Han Solo. So these are all repacks. But New Hope, Chewie, Grand Moff, and then Leia and Bausch to the skies. And then the big one, right? This was the big fucking reveal.
Big in many ways.
I love that Bib Fortuna is just like a chubby, like gangster dude now, you know.
I couldn't wait for you to talk about this. So I want to, after you're done, I can't wait to talk about this.
Okay.
There's so many things to mention about this.
Yes, I agree. So this was a pretty exciting reveal. What they were talking about is in all of their play sets, they've never done the ground. And so they were very proud of this one, that they were actually able to get the ground in it. As you can see, the accessories are just ridiculous. Now, again, how many of these are you actually going to use? You look at the size of the play set. The barbecue spigot is amazing, especially with the Kowakian monkey lizard that you can put on there. That's pretty dope. We get the Bib Fortuna. Again, you can use that throne is completely removable, so you can still use it as Jabba the Hutt's throne. It is going to be vintage packaging, but again, who gives a shit because it never existed. You can see the barbecue spigot there in the back, which is kind of cool. But the price, oh my god,
Yeah.
price, dude, $229. What's the most expensive playset that they've done? Well, they consider the Katana a playset, but
That's a vehicle.
yeah, that's a vehicle. But I think that because what the carbon freezing chamber was $50. The Navarro, I guess. What was the Mandalorian Navarro bar or whatever?
It's the same price point. I think it's $49.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit higher, but so yeah, they've all been around this point, and then to come out of the gates with something like this is.
So this is what I'm wondering. Is this coming out as a HasLab or Hasbro Pulse? Do you think this would have been a HasLab project? Or do you think... I don't think this is going to sell. I think it's incredible. I think it comes with a ton of stuff. It's just one of those things like, this is another big piece to put in your collection somewhere. This needs a whole shelf. This is going to felt in a detail. This is something that you really need a dedicated area to display it. And if you want to display that, you're going to need... You'd want to put all the stuff around it. So unless you have like a situation where you have like a folding table with a piece of plywood on it for a real diorama, that's what I'm wondering, because I just don't see people buying this for $230.
So, big surprise, I pre-ordered it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but here's my thoughts on it. Okay, so from what it looks like, it doesn't look like it's bigger than 12 inches. So whether you're a Detolf guy, width-wise, whether you're a Detolf guy or just the cube organizers, you can get and shit like that, I think it'll fit in there. And then I think it was in the video itself, they showed somebody with it. But what I love is it has all these steps and levels. So it works really good to display, lots of different figures just standing around in museum poses.
Oh, absolutely.
Which, unfortunately, that's what I do. I think if I could display everything in a dynamic pose, like I had that much space, that's what I would do. But most of my stuff ends up in museum poses, maybe pointing or gun up or something. But so I like that aspect of it. And then the big thing is I could give a shit about, we talked about what we thought about Book of Boba and stuff like that, but I could really give a shit about it. I want to put a Jabba up on this and then put all my Jabba Dinzians around it. So that's my thought. But again, I may not keep it. I just wanted to get in on the Nowadays, the FOMO is strong with everything. I'm always afraid of missing out on something. So I pre-order everything. And then I randomly go through my pre-orders and say, okay, the Book of Boba I'm less excited about it. So I cancel this pre-order and that pre-order, that kind of stuff.
But I mean, do you think if because of Rancor failed, that this is an item that's available to order? I think this would have been a HasLab. I definitely think this would have been a HasLab. I
like
really
they
do.
would have. It's just, to me, it's like way too far along.
No. I agree on that. But what I'm saying is, I'm just surprised that they're just saying, "Hey, here you go. This is it. It's $229." Like, I just don't see them selling a tremendous amount of these.
Yeah, well,
that's my only thing.
So, and it wasn't this Yak Face, it was Jedi Temple Archives that tends to be a little bit more critical of Hasbro and writes all of the, where the hell is the last 96 and all that kind of stuff. So they had some good points. One, this is very specific to Book of Boba. Like, they're like, all you had to do was put the Jabba from the katana in here and charge an extra $20, and at $250, then you're getting all of the people that collect vintage now, or original trilogy.
Wait, but hold on though. But if you would have done that, how many people would be like, "Come on, man! Do we know times we bought that Jabba?" You have those people would say that too. People would be like, "We've already bought it how many times? We had the Black Series, we had the San Diego Comic-Con."
Well, no, the katana one was a brand new mold.
Oh, okay.
So that was their complaint. Like, that would help people
idea,
that couldn't afford to get in the $500 to still get.
Then I'm wrong. No, it's a good idea.
Yeah. And their big point was based on the Walmart exclusive Jabba, that there were tons of their basic thing was it should include everything that set included, because you already have the molds for them. You just have to produce them, like the little frog feeders or whatever, that kind of shit.
And all that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could have easily, and their point was, for an extra, even $50 to $70, so put it at $299, but you get everybody that's ever wanted a complete Jabba's throne room, or a complete Book of Boba throne room. So, I don't know. Like I say, I'll see how I feel. I'll see how I feel about it. Book of Boba has really impressed me kind of moving forward, but that may be because, again, spoilers, it became Mandalorian season 2.5 or 3.5 or whatever you want to call it. So.
And Cad Bane?
Yeah. All right. A couple local things that you don't care about, but it's kind of big deals for me. So our toy and doll super show. This is like the main mom and pop, like homegrown toy show here in Denver. Is saying no matter fucking what we are doing. They have pushed this back 4 times already. Like, they set a date because they have to set their dates so far in advance with the hotels. They keep saying, okay, 4 months from now, we're doing this. And then COVID's still bad. 5 months from now, COVID's still bad. You know, so it's going back to its original location, and it supposedly will happen no matter what. So anyone local here in the Denver area, please hit that up. I only have a couple tables because it's been going so long. All the tables have been sold out for a year now. I only have a couple tables with a listener and group member, Shane. He got 1 table and I have 2. But I am going to try to fucking blow shit out at this. I am going to bring enough toys to refill those 2 tables, and I put big shelves on them and it's not just 2 little flat tables. I am going to try to sell fucking those 2 tables 4 or 5 times over. And if it happens, I know people have been clamoring around here. We have not had a toy show here in 2.5 years. So...
And what's your plan on bringing, like, things that you bought 2 of, like, because you bought 2 to save on shipping, or the Star Wars stuff? What are you planning trying to get rid of?
That's a good point. I would say at our shows, newer stuff that's harder to find sells the best. Like, especially anything that might have been an online exclusive or something like that. People that missed out, they'll shell out the few extra bucks that you want to tack onto that. If I can find some of my older Star Wars stuff, I'm willing to put out a fucking, $2 fucking tub in front of the table. Lots of people do that, where they just dump the stuff they've been trying to sell for years, and they just say, all right, $5 a piece, or, 5 for 20, that kind of shit. But it'll hopefully be a lot of this over here. So this
we can't
is
see
a
that
lot
part
of
of the room. So
yeah, exactly.
What's that part of the room then?
Oh
that
my
Star
God.
Wars that side?
Here.
Okay.
I don't know if my cords are.
Whoa!
Can you just see the boxes?
Oh shit!
Like I
That's
said,
for the hoarders.
I literally have a little path that, if you're very careful, you can get into the room.
Okay, all you wrestling fans are gonna enjoy this joke. This is a visual joke. So when you walk through your room, do you do the Scott Hall walk with the arms out, like so you don't bump into anything?
I'm always like hands down to the side, usually turning to the side, doing a side shuffle through it. Oh my God. Yes, this is what happens when your significant other has their own issues in their life, so they can't really hold you to all your horrible issues because they have their own horrible issues.
Hey, you know what? While we're on this subject, I gotta ask. Obviously, we know you've been home for a couple years in between jobs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did you find when you were home, you were just buying shit out of boredom?
I don't think I want to say I don't ever buy things out of boredom, just because I have a fucking to-do list a mile long. Like people talk about, like, what am I going to do during retirement? Like, what I'm going to do during retirement is catch up on everything I've wanted to do since my 30s. Because
I can tell you for a fact, I go to physical therapy Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's 5 minutes from my house. I'm there an hour. Maybe I go and get a breakfast sandwich before I go or after. So, I have most of the day by myself. My son leaves here at 6:30 in the morning. My wife leaves at about 8 o'clock. I have the house to myself till 2:30 when my son gets home. So after I go to physical therapy, I'm on the couch with a pot of coffee, just looking to buy shit. Out of boredom. I bought a lot of stuff this week out of boredom. This was the first week I literally just been buying stuff just to buy something. It's like you look forward to having a package come in the mail.
See, and that it's one of those things I just have never. Well, and because for what? 10 years I've been saying, oh, I need to sell this stuff. So there is always a constant thing to do. The problem is I start putting everything in my life before it. You know, so like, oh, I need to do my PTA stuff. Oh, I need to do my Special Olympics coaching stuff. Oh, you know, and the app stuff does suck up a lot of my time. You know, this Wednesday, I had this perfect plan to post all these toys, and then we had a tech support issue that took me 3 hours to resolve. So, I mean, it just always seems like my best planning, something surprisingly comes up, or even in my poorest planning, I just like, oh, I think I'll do my laundry first, you know, and shit like that. To me, like anything else. So my biggest problem is to post toys. I feel like I have to be done with everything else. And when you involve yourself in as much stuff as I do, I'm never done with everything else.
See,
And-
I like to dedicate like an hour a day for the eBay stuff when I have to. But the way I look at it's kind of like fishing. It's like I baited my pot, I put the pot in the water, and I'll check it when I'm doing something else to see if I have any nibbles on it. That's the
Yeah.
way I look at it. Kind of like just cast out that pot when you have a chance. Just throw some bait in the water, throw some bait out, and
Yeah.
then check it. But it's almost, I mean, you have a lot more to sell now than I do because I've gone through a vast amount of my extra stuff. But I was just curious because I do find myself on like Tuesday, Thursday when I don't have to go anywhere, like have my, make my coffee, watch my Miami Vice, play my poker on my phone, and I got, I go back and forth, Facebook, eBay, back to the poker game and back and forth. So it's like,
Just develop a crippling porn addiction and start jerking off all day.
I already
Yeah, I
have
was
carpal
gonna-
tunnel surgery, so I don't need.
Sprinkleizer says Slick and Rock are describing my collecting life right now.
Yeah,
right now.
I guess
So,
we all go through it then. At least I know
Yeah.
it's nice to know that other people do the same thing. I mean, but I'm just going to preface this by saying one thing. I have been buying stuff. I only bought one really expensive thing. Most of the other stuff I bought was inexpensive. But it takes you longer time to find the less expensive stuff. But I literally been buying out of boredom because it's like that little thrill that I'm looking at the Ring camera, being like, "When's the mailman coming here?" Because she's normally here at 4:15. It's 4:30. She ain't here yet. Plus, I want to get the packaging before my wife gets home. Yeah.
Well, and like you guys have seen, like I don't even track my shit. Like if I get a pulse email that says you have some fun on the way, I don't even look what it is. I don't want to know what it is. I
They
want
ship
that
strippers now?
surprise. All right, let's get. I was like, we're gonna have a short show.
That's fine,
Dude,
too.
we're an hour in.
No,
We're not
no,
even done
you're-
with the first segment.
We're an hour in already.
Yeah.
Close.
Oh, that's my
50
fault.
minutes. No, you're good. This is why people tune in, Rock. Everybody knows the news.
I have
They
a
want to
crippling
hear your
nicotine
thoughts,
addiction.
but-
I can barely do the 3 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, this is what I did. Here, we'll do this story, and I'll go on a tangent.
But I can duck
Oh,
out during
this-
Transformers news, so I'm cool. Don't worry.
That costume contest was dope. Did you see that? Not this one, but anyways, this is again another local thing. So this was StarFest. It was 2020. Look at that. I love that shit. Anyways, StarFest 2020, then 21, then 22, and they're kind of the same mindset. This is going to happen. And so before we ever had a company that tried to put something on the level of like what other Comic-Cons are, we had this StarFest one, and it is super goofy. It's a lot of Star Trek stuff. But this was our like big Denver, fucking con for the longest time. And I love going to it. So they're saying it's finally happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
so
that.
here
got
you
Riker
can
and
see-
Data.
Yeah, we've always gotten the big Star Wars guests. Like we've had Shatner and
mean Star
Nimoy, or Star Trek. Yes, sorry, misspoke. But yeah, I mean, you can just look at the demographic here in this picture. It's everyone is over 35 in this picture, but So yeah, a couple local events there for us. Anybody want to come into town and join me? You're more than welcome. You can't stay here because, like,
There's
I
no
told
room.
I told my uncle, like, sorry, I hoard toys, so there's nowhere for you to stay here.
Just move Unicron out of the way. Somebody can sleep on that.
Oh shit. All right, let's get into toy news. First up, Jada RC Prime. So sorry, Brinkalizer. I found a better option for my RC Prime. So we talked about the $700 transforming Optimus Prime. Now we get this beautiful transforming RC Prime. And it is. I think I actually want this, depending on what the price is. I think they're just teasing everything, so nothing has prices. I think these are things we should have seen at Toy Fair, and since Toy Fair's not happening, we're getting a lot of news. I forgot to pull this down, but I got this. Spoiler for what we got. This is the 1/24th scale Optimus Prime Jada Toys. So the box is like this big. It's a fucking ridiculous Prime box. But there is that. And then one of the things I love the best about the Jada line are the Nanos, the little micro machine ones. So a new 24 pack. Those I could really give a shit. The little die-cast figures. Something about the stands being on the feet that I fucking hate. And I know it makes them good to stand. And I love Green Army Men, but these die-cast figures on the stands I don't like. So we've gotten the movie ones before. Here's the G1, the Starscream, Bumblebee, and Optimus. And now a beautiful looking original Jetfire, Rodimus, and Sideswipe. So you guys do any of those? Even the little tiny ones? I assume Cliff wouldn't, but the G1-ness of these rock? Any interest?
I like them, and part of what I got in is a lot of G1 stuff, but I'll explain later why I got in what I got in. I think that stuff is really cool. The only thing I'm thinking about those figures having the base, maybe because they're positioned in a way that they're like a little top heavy, that they're leaning more in one direction. So maybe that would offset the balance, and that's where they would fall.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just meant for kids, like to make them like a little battle scene.
Yeah, it's very Star Wars micro collection.
Yeah, I agree. And let's see, I've got to have, so I've had the Cobra Commander here. So yeah, I mean, they are, Jesus Christ, as you could tell, they're very heavy. And they are in good action poses. Even this Cobra Commander is like, So if you tried to make this without any base, it'd probably be pretty difficult. So I can feel that. This is a really good set. It's got Ultra Magnus in it. So
how much is that?
I think those are $29 because my Walgreens has the G.I. Joe set.
Oh, do they? Wow, the big huge pack?
Yeah, just like that.
Huh? I've never seen that one in a store before. So that's awesome. Yeah,
I tell you,
want me to take a picture next time I go and send it to you? Seriously?
No, I've seen it before. I just didn't realize it would be at Walgreens. Sorry.
Yeah, because for $30, I can tell you for a fact, like my boss's twin boys, they would go nuts for that. That's why, I'm definitely thinking about picking that up for them, because everything is Transformers with them, everything.
So, Brinkalizer says the Jada Toys Prime runs on batteries. Robosun is rechargeable, so eventually it becomes the better value. New Hiya 1/12 scale. So
I'm so psyched for this.
I am a big fan of Hiya, except for the quality. At 3 3/4, everything just feels way too fragile. I'm almost afraid to move them around, especially accessories. Even though they have a good rubbery feel, I'm afraid I'm going to snap them anytime I'm taking stuff off. So I'll be interested in this. So they just basically teased this. They didn't show anything, but 1/12 scale a Rambo. This to me, does it say what this is? This to me looks like Ghostbusters. Like the
Stay Puff?
Yeah, the Stay Puff, but I don't see where it's saying in here. But anyways, RoboCop as well, Naruto. This was Godzilla, right? From the new movie. That's the Mechagodzilla tale.
I think, yeah, Godzilla or Aliens. One of the two.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks a little too mechanical for Aliens, but... and then we'll show you this logo, because this is what they first teased, was just this logo. So you got Judge Dredd up here. You've got the Rambo, the Godzilla here, Naruto, and then motherfucking G.I. Joe, dude. So again, they make 3 3/4 and now 12th scale, 6-inch. So that one's really interesting. G.I. Joe, to see what they do there. Have you ever gotten any of those, Cliff? Like the Predator or Alien or anything?
I don't think I have any Predator. I have a handful. I have all their 3 3/4 Supermans that they did for Injustice.
Oh, okay.
I've never
nice.
opened them, though.
Oh, okay.
And then I have their graffitied RoboCop for RoboCop 2. That's backwards on the card.
But you didn't open that one,
Yeah,
right?
didn't. Yeah, fuck no.
Me neither. Yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful.
So, like I say, they're good. They're gummy. You know, they're a little bit gummy, so it's kind of hard to get them into positions. And then they're like joints. What goes into the joints is stiff. So it's like this real weird combination of where the figures are almost a little too gummy, and then the joints or like the pegs on joints are a little too stiff. So I'm afraid to like snap a stiff joint, but yet they won't hold their pose super well because they're a little gummy. So they, again, going through DCBS, $16 for a 3 3/4 has been reasonable. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what price point a 12th scale comes out at for these. Possible Lego Prime, unfortunately, a Bay one. And this is just from a Lego fan group, so kind of take it with a grain of salt, but possibly UCS or a UCS style plaque, they're saying, and can be transformed without disassembling. So that would be the impressive feat to do correctly.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, because
Especially
even
you got fat sausage fingers like me, that thing is going to be a pile of bricks when you're done.
But I would be down for some official Lego shit.
Did you see how many pieces it said it was? I think it said 1,508. That's
1,508. Yeah, that'd make it at $150+ set. It's about 10 cents per Lego is what you can guess on those set.
Wolfgang Puck Reissue?
Oh, see, so Brinkalizer's saying he thinks it's a Xenomorph's tail from Aliens. I don't know about that.
Maybe the egg? Could it have been the egg?
Xenomorph is spelled with an X.
Oh, Jesus.
Send all your hate mail to Cliff. Brink. Brink never hates on anything.
No, I'm just fucking. I'm just playing.
Continuing the new Lego helmets. Now, Rock, I know you were into like the pilot helmets, and I was like, oh, I could never do them. This pilot, I actually kind of dig. I actually like this pilot helmet for the Legos.
No way. Those Black Series
You don't
helmets
like
are
it?
awesome. No, I love.
Are you talking about those little
Oh.
ones that used to come in 2-packs?
No,
Or the life-size
no
ones?
Rock. Yeah, Rock likes the life-size ones.
Yeah.
He even bought a Rogue, or not a Rogue One, but
Poe
what's his
Dameron.
name? Poe Dameron. Which I just hate those helmets in general.
I don't like the new sequel helmets.
You know
Yeah,
what?
the
I
weird,
purged
like-
it recently.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
what?
I sold it.
Oh, did you?
Just
Good.
because it was one of those things, it wasn't on display. I'm never going to wear it again. I used to wear it around the house every now and then. I got like $100 for it, so I
Well,
was
that's
more than
good.
happy.
So you made almost your money back, right?
Yeah, and that was, of all the helmets, that was the only one that didn't go up in value. The Stormtrooper helmets, there's a black one that goes for like $300. Yeah,
That's
the only
crazy.
So it is what it is. But
We get the Mandalorian here, which it's kind of lackluster. And then a Dark Trooper, which is really interesting. In my opinion, that's a pretty fucking deep cut, you know.
Not
I
anymore,
didn't
though. If it's on Mandalorian, it's mainstream.
I didn't see. Is it
Yeah.
coming up in the news? Because they're making the Black Series figure of that. Or is that coming up later?
No, it was just the Black Series is coming up later in the news.
Oh, sorry, spoilers.
No, it's okay. No, it's all good.
Because I
But-
forgot that wasn't in the Star Wars fan first thing. That's surprised
Yeah.
they didn't reveal it then. You know, that would have
We
been
are
a big
getting that.
thing.
They did, and I don't think we talked about it, but we are getting that Werner Herzog finally.
Yep.
It's amazing how quickly they're making him before they make a Saw Gerrera, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Dude, it's amazing that they announced it 2 days after Yak Face started showing people finding him in Target, and they're saying
Well,
it'll be out
yeah,
in January 23. It's like, it was
That's
out
the
2
big
days
thing.
ago in California.
Really?
Yeah, people
All
are
right,
talking that way.
spoilers. Spoilers. No,
Spoilers
just
to the
fucking
show notes
with
you
you.
shared the link to.
Back in the old days, I used to click ahead and look at the other stuff we were talking about, and then all
no.
of a sudden you'd say something to me, and I'd be like, you were talking about something like third-party Transformers, and I'd be like 8 segments ahead of you, and I'd be like, the Gray Transformers is the one I like the best.
This is one you can kind of just ignore, but I wanted to throw it out there. Just because I don't know who's going to buy. So this is Vintage Beast Wars Wolfgang reissue. As far as I know, if he showed up in the cartoon, he showed up for a fucking split second. But this is kind of interesting if they're going to start reissuing just random. Because Beast Wars, they had so many fucking things, so many molds. Sorry.
Does he talk with a
Vodka's
German
kicking
accent,
in.
like Wolfgang Puck?
No, that's the whole thing. I don't think he's ever been in the cartoon, and I totally missed this, that there might be a Cyber Shark reissue. Now, this I'd buy just because it's a shark, but maybe that people will buy this just because it's a wolf, I guess. But
Can you click on it so I can see just what it looks like? Because
See
all I
what-
see is kind of a jagged shape.
oh yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's
it's still
the back
hard to
of
even
it.
see what the thing really is.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a
Here,
weird-looking-
we can see the Wolfgang Beast Wars. That should be all we need.
It's gonna be in
to
his
see.
chef whites and stuff. This figure.
Yeah. I just got that. I was like, what is he talking about?
Wolfgang Puck.
Jesus Christ.
The renowned
how many
chef?
fucking things
I ate
do
at
have
Wolfgang
to-
Puck's restaurant twice at the Borgata Hotel because we stayed there for a corporate thing for my job. And let me tell you, that's some of the best food I ever had in my life. I had a shrimp risotto with like jumbo shrimp on it, and the other one was it was roasted duck in a pomegranate reduction sauce, and it was
That
served on
sounds
like,
fucking
oh
baller.
my god, glorious. And that's been Fat Man Radio.
I eat lean cuisine.
I'm like, I've had Wolfgang Puck's soup because it was on sale one time. The so here's what it looks like. So it's kind of a cool figure. I think it looks good. Again, this is all parts forming, so this is like
It's
his
weird
back
looking.
here, right here is
so
his
weird.
shield. But
It's so funky looking. And that other one, the hair is just weird. It's like, oh, pigtails on the Transformer figure.
Pippi Longstocking over here.
Yeah, it's
all right, let's get out of here.
very strange.
The cool guy has joined us. Shane
Nice.
Montroy up in the house. Now this is a show. Now we got some people here. Not that it wasn't a show when Brinkalizer and KJ were here, but let's see. Joe Cubles. Yeah, I still haven't built one of these,
Oof.
but
Don't waste your
I like
time.
yeah, I buy $80 worth of the 3D like puzzle things that Alias Angel Alias loved. And yeah, I spent about an hour and a half on it. I'm like, okay, I'm selling these. So I did it. I could get through them, unfortunately.
Toys for Tots, something. It's getting
Selling
gone.
them.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, they may still be returnable because I bought them at Costco and they have those long return periods. Maybe I should try that. New MOTU. So this is kind of interesting, and I don't know how much I love this idea, especially the way they're marketing it. But we're gonna go with it. We're gonna stay very PC rock, please.
I've got no comment.
I looked at iTunes reviews, which I should never do, but I looked at them and we got a 1-star review because they said the news was really good, but it's too much of a bro show or something like that, where there's lots of offensive material and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay.
All right, blame that one on me.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Rock.
I love that pig guy, by the way.
guy is
We're
cool.
not Joe Rogan, but we don't. So these are in celebration of Black History Month, and they're just MOTU characters of color. These are 2 new characters. The Sunman was a character back in the 80s where a mother, her kid loved MOTU, but there were no characters of color. So she literally made this, like kit bashed it back in the day and painted it. And they're making a figure of it.
She had her own toy company that was making dolls for girls. So her toy company produced Sunman. It was like a
I didn't
like an
realize
actual
that.
thing.
I thought it was a kit bash thing that she did and like made a card and everything. Oh,
no,
wow.
dude, it was released.
Oh, so you can get a Sunman.
Yeah,
That Pigman looks awesome. Sunman is cool because it's what it is. The other figure, the guy's titties hanging out. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care what color it is. His titty is hanging out. That shirt is just weird. You know what I mean? He's just got that. His face looks like they sculpted of Chris Kattan. Right?
Let's see if we could get some close-ups here. There's a ninja dude here. I didn't see that. I didn't see a description. Yeah.
That looks more like 1980s, like reminds me of like Patrick Ewing.
So there's the Sunman. And then where's the high top? Where is it? Just in the group shot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But who's
that looks more
man?
like a not Grace Kelly.
Grace Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
From A View to a Kill. That's what
From
movie
Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Destroyer over View to Kill, but so anyways, the story here is so they talk about Sunman, blah blah blah. First introduced. Where was it here? Inspired by her son, who feared he could never be a superhero because of his skin color. Where is... Oh, here we go. The rulers of the Sun line will be joining the Masters of the Universe across multiple toy lines, including Origins, inspired by the original toys from the 80s, and the new Masters of the Universe Masterverse, which celebrates blah, blah, blah. Along Sunman, upcoming allies include Digitino, a Latino computer wizard, and Space Sumo, a Asian telekinetic ninja. Together they fight for justice against their nemesis, the evil Pighead, a devious and spiteful lord who spreads fear and despair. So that's
dope, dude. I love that fucking chain, the ball and chain he's got.
the ball and chain.
That one figure, I feel like it needs to come with a Justin Timberlake to do like when he did the Super Bowl to Janet Jackson when he did they play with it, like flapped a titty around the flap on live TV. That's what that figure needs. It
Her
needs to
wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, and that's what it needs. It needs another figure doing that next to him, just slapping them titties up in the air. At least the one titty. I don't believe they made that figure like that. It's like his whole tits hanging out.
It's just a torn shirt, dude. Like,
that's
weird.
That's what I'm saying. Is it a torn shirt or is it a sumo thing? Because he's the digital sumo guy.
No, I thought Space Sumo was the ninja, and then he's Digitino.
No, I think. Well, God, see, and this even sounds racist. Me say, I think this is the ninja dude.
That would make sense. Either that, or he's like more like the like a Cairo swordsman, like from Indiana Jones. That's what he looks more like. With that. But look at the other guy's accessory. Do you know what his accessory looks like? You know when old people can't reach something, they got that extender thing with the pincher to get something off the top shelf? That's what his accessory is. Like he's going to be pinching people's asses with it.
I thought it looks like a cattle prod, but okay. I'll give you the grabber.
I literally had to do that because, as you guys saw, I have so many boxes. I can't get to my left drape of my window. And I accidentally pulled it too far, so it exposed my other side of my window. So I have so many boxes. I have this Harbor Freight grabber where I had to fucking grab it and move my drape back over.
Jason, wait till I tell you what happened with me. Obviously, everybody knows I tore my rotator cuff. I had the surgery. I was trying to reach pancake batter box, and I can't reach with my arm. I have the barbecue tongs. I have two sets. I have a small one and a long one. I have to use the long tongs to pull instead of just using my good arm. I'm like there like a fucking ubats trying to grab the Aunt Jemima pancake batter like this and to pull it down. And I'm like, those things are great, man. I used to make fun of my dad for having it, but now that I'm becoming handy capable, it's coming in handy.
Dude, it makes you believe in the ADA and all these fucking movements for making sure no matter what your disability is, you can go to stores and all that kind of shit. Because, dude, just those 3 months having to use wheel around carts in supermarkets and all that kind of shit, like, oh my god.
Well, you know what it is? It's the differences with this house and the other house. We have 9-foot ceilings now instead of 8-foot ceilings. So everything is higher. So like, I'm 5'7" and my wife's 4'11". So now it's like, we can't reach nothing. We got to call our son, Junior. Can you get the glasses? It's terrible.
You're 5'7".
So how
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I didn't realize you.
I look bigger because I'm stocky, but I'm like 5'7", 5'8". I'm a stocky dude.
And how big's your son?
He's probably 5'10" right now, 14.
Yeah, see, so okay, because my daughter's all super worried the other day because Miss McFavorite's 5'1", I'm 6'1", and she's like, am I never going to be taller than mommy?
She's probably going to be 5'7", 5'8". You know what I mean?
They're predicting her to be 5'6", 5'7", based on her growth charts. But I said, you'll probably be taller than mommy before you go to mid school.
How tall are you, Cliff? You look like you're about 5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah, I'm 5'11". I was 6 feet tall until I was about 31, and then I started hitting 5'11" at the doctor's office, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was
So,
6'2" in college, and now I'm 6'1"
So
with
I'm
my
5'11"
shoes
now.
on.
I don't give a shit, but I thought that was weird. Like,
That you're shrinking before
Yeah.
50. Yeah, me too. I was like, what do you mean I'm 6'1"? I've always been 6'2". All right. What else did we got here? On to third party. Toyhax February update. Oh, this doesn't have any links. Oh, that's super nice. Nothing really exciting here. I kind of clicked through to see. No, there was this Draculus. This is the whole reason why I put it in here. So, Cliff, you didn't like the Dracula. I went ahead and bought 2 just in case you wanted one.
oh,
So
well,
now
thank
you
It's
can
very nice.
now you can tell me if you do want one.
I don't.
You're like, nope, still don't need it.
Yeah, still not interested.
Do they have? Where's the comparison? Let me click. So all of this, I just want to get to the regular one. Oh, there we go. So this is pretty impressive one. This is one I'm thinking of getting for mine. So he kind of comes in a tuxedo, but this one really adds the accents. You got the lapels and the bow ties. You add some more reds to them.
The red looks way better.
Yeah. Nothing in bat form for the most part. It's all just the robot. I love that. A ring sticker on them. That's dope. Again, whether you can keep these on or not, that's been the big complaint about Toyhax. The blood coming from the mouth. That's kind of a cool one. But anyways, I think that was the only real interesting one they released. Mego Ghostbusters 4-pack. Anybody pre-order this?
No, I will say no interest, but good price.
Well,
Yeah.
it was like $75, right?
I think it was
for the 4 of them?
$69.99.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, was it nice?
I just can't buy the new Migos. I love the vintage ones. There's just something about the new ones that just don't
New
grab
ones.
me.
I only
saw-
have a handful, so I only have 3, I think.
I saw the new. Oh, that's cool that they at least did the Venkman right, where it's Venkman, right? Bill Murray
Venkman's got the pants over the boots.
over the boots. Yeah, because I'd be the same way.
I mean, they definitely look good. I think they'll sell a ton of these.
I like the heads. The heads are great.
Yeah, real good molds on the heads. I saw the vintage Mego Spock, and it reminds me so much of oh my God, was it Michael Crawford? Was it Michael Crawford or Branded in the 80s? One of the podcasts or blogs I used to follow did Spock on Vacation. So it was an old school Mego Spock, but then he just had a Hawaiian shirt on from some other character, and he would send it around the world, and people would keep him for 2 to 3 weeks and take him on vacation or go do fun stuff and post pictures of it. And I actually participated in that once. And so it's kind of cool to see that Mego Spock in stores.
The Star Trek Migos actually they did a real good job with. I feel like that's one of the lines that they do well with. But just some of the horror ones, I look at them, they just don't translate.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I think if the ones that they made before, like Planet of the Apes or superheroes, they come out okay. But I look at some of them, I'm just like, ooh, I get it, it's cool, but like I was tempted to get the Nightmare on Elm Street one, and I was like, I went back and forth so many times, I just didn't buy it.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. Plus, the card art is really weird because the card art is the remake glove, but the figure itself is clearly the Robert Englund.
Yeah.
So it's like, what even is this?
Yeah, and then like the Michael Myers that's coming out, I think it's a Rob
It's
Zombie one.
It's a zombie Rob.
But they
Myers,
haven't released a picture of the figure, only the card art for some reason.
Yeah.
So cool guy chiming in. Yes.
Yeah.
Mego equals dolls.
Soft goods is what I
It
say
does.
equals dolls, and so Mego is soft goods.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If they probably made a Bruce Lee figure. Good segue. And if his legs were black and everything else was skin tone, then it wouldn't be a doll, in my opinion. Bruce Lee Ultimates, of course, they've got to do a fucking Game of Death version,
Always.
so I'm in on that one, but I can skip this one. Although I like that it comes with that like traditional, Chinese shirt.
Yeah, not quite a gi, but but something. Yeah, that he always wore. Like
Yeah.
I like these, but I passed on the diamond ones too. I mean, I like Bruce Lee a lot, and I love those movies, but I just never needed a Bruce Lee figure. Like Quick Kick was always my Bruce Lee.
What I'm looking forward, well, and I have I don't know if it's SH Figure Arts or I have one of the higher end one of the Game of Death, and it's amazing. I went in on the diamond, and I had 2 of them break on me.
Oh no shit!
They use this weird joint thing for the crotch, where it's a pin going right through the dick, and then it has hip flexors like this on that pin, and they're just like that. They're on sides like this, and they made the hips on those ball joints so tight that if you try to like twist the leg or get it in any direction, the pin on this thing just breaks off of that dick pin. So
The other thing too is with the Bruce Lee figures. I mean, most of us we know what each other's collections are like. What shelf or display area does Bruce Lee go in?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
well.
Like, or do you just jam them in somewhere?
I put him
See,
in
I
probably
showed
the
you.
movie
I
stuff.
showed you the cardboard. Now this is what my desk looks like. Can you get a good picture of this?
I don't see a desk.
Exactly. There's not a desk there. So when it comes to displaying him, he'll go right here on top of this.
See, for me, I'd say like I'd bring it to work, but then after finding my Ultimate Warrior getting banged in the ass by the Ghostbuster figure, I no longer bring figures to work now.
I think it'll have to be like my Spotify playlist. I have a movies playlist, right?
Yeah,
So I'll have a movie shelf. Yeah. So my They Live, Roddy Piper would be on there. That kind of shit.
Yeah, I'd probably
idea.
put him with my like NECA, Terminator, Alien stuff, RoboCop, like
Oh, that makes
yeah.
sense. That fits.
Rambo's on that shelf. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I've got like Schwarzenegger from Predator and his UV coloring.
Oh,
But
why
I
do you
don't have
mention
it.
that? Oh my God! Have you seen what the prices are of all the Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator NECA figures have gone to?
yeah, both
Holy
sets,
shit.
dude. The originals and the 35th anniversaries.
Oh
all went
my
up.
God! We were talking about that in the Star Joes. We had like a group text, and some of those figures are 150 and change. The Commando NECA figures, like I think it's 150 or 200.
I love that figure.
It's
Oh,
an
I love
incredible figure, but I
Yeah.
guess they must not have the rights to make Arnold anymore or
No,
something.
dude, all NECA appreciates all of it.
Well, most of it, but
Once
Except
it's
when
on
they come to
production, like
re-release.
all their pre-ultimate stuff, all of it is crazy.
That's crazy.
Like especially pre-ultimates. Like
the Rocky figures are insane too. Right
yeah,
now.
I have all the Rocky figures, minted one,
see.
all the re-releases.
I knew I should have bought. I knew I should have bought those. Just all I wanted was a Rocky and Creed's trunks. So a Rocky and the USA trunks, the Dolph and the Clubber Lang, and I never bought any of them. And I knew they were lining shelves. They couldn't fucking get rid of
Yeah.
them.
I
And
wanted
like
each
we've
set.
talked about, right? Is the shit that doesn't sell is what goes for fucking the big money, you know.
Well, you know what it is. The Apollo figure came with 2 heads. Had the bloody face and then the normal face. The normal face, I think people make customs of for Predator.
Dylan, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the
He's
reason
also
why
got
that
that
figure's
fucking
so
America
expensive.
top hat. I can't wait
Yeah.
to, like, he's still in a, like, he's just one of the figures I've bought since I've been temporarily here. So they're all minted box in a box in my storage unit. I can't wait to fucking display the Rocky figures. I'm excited about
Oh,
that.
I had Rocky displayed with the spit coming out of
Yes!
his mouth. That head is awesome. Yeah, the bloodied Rocky.
Yeah.
So Cool Guy said they had Dark Fate Arnie for $38 at Walmart. Jesus Christ.
My Target's got Dark Fate Arnie's up the ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
say
say.
that there's like 3 of them, but that's more than
Well, a lot.
But that's up the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know what a lift ticket is. Generations Legacy lift. Is that the like Diaclone?
Is the lift ticket
Diaclone.
the pilot of the Tomahawk?
No, it's Generation Legacy would mean Transformers.
Oh, okay.
So that must be. Oh, it maybe isn't it Legend? Oh, I don't know, but clarify Shane Montroy if you want more Showtime. These are kind of interesting. Boss Fight Studio Power Stars. So we've seen these by McFarlane, right? He's the one that, or is that
No, it's
NECA?
NECA. NECA's doing
Okay.
them, and Boss Fight is doing the, or not Boss Fight, but Zyka. Is it Zyka doing the Secret Wars ish figures?
Oh yeah. Zika is what I call it, but I don't know that from anything
Zika.
else. But
Yeah.
so these are kind of interesting. These are 5-inch, so they're kind of going with like
They're superpowers.
they're kind of going with a. Well, Superpowers was 4-inch.
No, these figures are based on superpowers proportions.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yes, okay, I can see that. But they're just at a 5-inch scale instead of the 3 3/4.
From the thing I read, these will scale perfectly with your superpowers. That these are to go with your superpowers.
They're saying these are brand new 5-inch retro feel. Right here.
Are they 5 POA also?
No, because there's
Bending
joints
knees.
in the knees like the superpowers. So I agree with you, Cliff. They are very much superpowers-esque, but they are supposed to be 5 inches.
So, dude, superpowers figures were 5-inch too, because here's a Batman.
Oh shit! No, they're not.
Fuck yeah,
Are
they
you
are,
serious?
dude. Yeah, this is a Batman from Dark Knight Collection, which was just a retool of the superpowers Batman.
Okay. And
then
you think that's 5 inches? Let's see.
and this is a 3 3/4.
Let's see a ruler there, Vato.
I'll
This
whip
is
it out.
And this is a 3 3/4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
No.
let's get technical here. Here is a ruler.
No.
Oh no, he's got an actual ruler.
Well, see, that's 4.5.
4 3/4
Well,
with the spikes.
with the ear, yeah.
Dude,
You know, the penguins a little bit
Okay.
shorter, you know.
The article
Interesting.
I read,
Okay.
the article I read that introduced this line, and the reason I pre-ordered Phantom, was that they wanted to make figures that will seamlessly fit in with your superpowers figures. That's why they're called Power Stars. That's why they're articulated like they are, with the bendable knees and the arms.
Yeah, and I could see what you're saying, that they're rounding up. I guess I just never realized Superpowers was 4.5 to 5-inch scale. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I only know that because Superman used to kick the shit out of a lot of Cobras, and he was much bigger than the
Because
Cobras.
he was so much bigger.
Do they have any more pictures
Well,
of
that's
Doom?
good to know. Of this guy?
Yeah.
No, this is... Yeah, they do shitty with this. You can't even blow it up. So when you click on this, it's a little tiny ass fucking...
Yeah,
Whoever their web guy is sucks.
I was kind of curious to see what the upskirt under that loincloth looked like.
Oh,
but-
you wanted to
well.
see if there was... If he was a shower or a grower? All right. That got crickets. Oh, Rock dropped off. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck you." I didn't mean to cut him.
He's like, I'm not a shower or a grower. This is...
I'm a lever.
What was I watching? I was watching the new season of Tacoma FD from the Broken
Super
Lizard.
Troopers guys, yeah.
Yeah. And Farva, again, whatever his name is.
Kevin Heffernan.
he was like, I'm short, but I'm thick. It's like a tuna can down there. That was just a vision. I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cowabunga dude chiming in a little late. They are. If that's a question mark. If it's a statement, we already covered it.
Move along. Those aren't the droids you're looking for.
And then new Doctor Wu. I'm all in on this line. I'm all in on this little 2.5-inch fucking Transformers line after the ones I've received. So they showed up. They teased all of the Seekers. But they're doing Skywarp first here. Alt mode even looks great on these. And then Blaster. Yeah. No cassette though, unfortunately. No ram horn, or is it ram horn and what the fuck? I can't remember the line.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, I don't. No worries. All right. Store report. Here we go. Spoilers from earlier in the show. Yeah, the wave that this literally hit. So when was that Fan First Friday? That was on Thursday, or oh no, it was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So
I think
11,
Thursday
10,
at noon
9.
they went up, right?
Yeah.
Thursday at noon.
So the announcement would have been on the 8th, and these were already posted as being found in Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, right here near us. So this is the one that has the Bad Batch Tech, Bad Batch Omega, the Mandalorian Ahsoka,
Death Watch.
Death Watch, and the Werner Herzog.
Yeah, the what it was at the client.
Yeah, they call it, yeah. And I thought that was kind of cool, since they were calling it the child and shit like that.
Yeah.
I like that he's just called the client.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Death Watch, the Ahsoka, and the client.
Yeah. Oh, see, and I skipped the client, but I did Tech. I'm doing the Bad Batch, but I'm not going to do Omega. I like the concept of Omega. I like that she humanizes the Bad Batch and all this kind of stuff, and I like that she's a non-modified clone, and for somehow she turned into a girl, but I still just can't do it.
I like her. So I don't know if we talked about this, but last weekend I wanted to start the Bad Batch, but I realized I hadn't seen Clone Wars Season 7 yet. So last weekend on Saturday, I did all of Clone Wars Season 7, and on Sunday I'm 12 episodes into Bad Batch.
Nice.
I really like that show. I was not expecting Crosshair to stay bad. Like, I was fucking blown away.
I thought for sure. Whoa, what the fuck? Just
not tech
happened to my
savvy Rock.
Screen share. No, yeah, we let Rock into it. It fucked up the whole shit.
Wait, what happened? Oh, I don't know. There's some kind of button on the side of this mouse. I don't know what happened.
No, it's not you. My screen share, for some reason, was all we saw a flash of it. It was all like salmon and green for a second.
Really?
It looks fine to me.
Something happened where this mouse, I don't know why it's got buttons on the side, but I went to go move the mouse, and next thing I know, it brought me back to the home screen. And then I tried to put in the information on Google, and instead of putting it into the bar where you type the address.
Dude, you're going to press a button, and a fucking thing of ecstasy is going to drop from the ceiling, and all the lights are going to go on. You're going to find out what your son does when you're on your way for wine dancing.
Hopefully.
It's like a goddamn rave in there.
Cool Guy says we got 2 sizes of Landos still closet. Yeah. So we have same thing here. We have the vintage collection and the Black Series Lando.
The Black Series General and the Vintage
Fuck
Collection Empire I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still clogging here. Let's see. Brinkalizer says he thinks Crosshair is the best part of the Bad Batch. He's my hero, really?
I do like it.
Good soldiers follow orders. I guess
was not
that's
expecting it. Like it blew me away, dude. Like I was like, what? Crosshair? How could you? And now he's hunting them. It's so good.
Yeah.
Right.
KJ's been here. He's just been doing stuff. It's okay, KJ. We haven't called you out yet. All right, online bonus bounties. So we alluded to this previously in the show. Din Djarin from Morak. And then the thing that sold out super quick. So I was slow. I was in an online meeting. And I got a reminder like 20 minutes after these went up for pre-order, and they were sold out everywhere for the Dark Trooper Black Series.
I got him on Amazon.
Did you? Yeah, I see he was already sold out there.
That thing looks awesome.
Oh, I got him at Target for $31.50. He's still at the old deluxe price.
Nice.
So everywhere I was seeing was $34.99 or $35.99. Now again, Target's canceled a ton of my pre-orders as of late, but again, is he going to be super tall? Because these accessories do not make him a deluxe, in my opinion, and that's what a lot of Star Wars people have been bitching about.
I think he is going to be taller because I think they did say that.
They should be, yeah. So
I'll tell you what I paid on Amazon. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
And then
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I'm just pulling it up now.
Now, is that the same
he was
figure?
$33.99.
Oh,
is that
okay.
the same figure that Bill Burr was, just putting a different helmet on it?
No, because Bill Burr's the Black Series. This is vintage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
But they're the same character. They're both
Same
dressed in the same disguise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the tank, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah. Or the tank, the space truck that they were hauling.
Now, have
goods.
they?
Yeah, but the armor is the same as the.
Have they made that one in Black Series yet, or is this just the first one of that Din Djarin figure?
They have not made Din Djarin in that. They've made the Bill Burr in that.
Okay, that's what got me. That's what got me confused. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm done with vintage, so I got to kind of make sure I read the listings.
Completely understandable.
Something I just went and did today was there was a big debacle about this. The Nightbrother Warrior Gaming Great GameStop exclusive. Oh, I guess it's going to go to GameStop. Is now available for pre-order again. So these pre-orders sold out lightning fast. What am I? Okay. Come on, GameStop. Sold out lightning fast. And then people started getting a bunch of cancellations of their pre-order just about maybe a week and a half ago. And now he's up for pre-order again. And I've stopped buying 2 of all of these. So I was buying 2 of all of these Gaming Greats because to get free shipping. And then I just thought, like, what the fuck? I can just go in the store and pre-order 1 and there's no shipping on it. They just ship it to the store. So I went in and pre-ordered them in the store because I missed out on the original one. I just love these. And what is the race of these? What's Maul? It's like a specific race. It was in the Clone Wars Season 7. But anyways, so this is available, and that Night Watch Archer is... Oh, let's see if he's in here. It's called a Nightbrother Archer is the new one. Yeah. So he's up for pre-order as well.
And he's $1 more. I wonder why.
Because they're everything now that gets listed is the new prices. Because like on Amazon, I got the Werner Herzog and the Death Watch and the Ahsoka, and those are $24.99 now.
Man, $28.
Which means my Black Series is coming to a close as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. Is once Black Series crests 25 and once Vintage crests 15, I'm done.
If Tomax and Zaymont are 25 when they go up, those will probably be my last G.I. Joe classifieds too.
Crazy.
Because I'm just not interested at 25 anymore. And no, nothing against Hasbro. I understand everything's more expensive, but if that's what it's going to be, I'm just going to stick with NECA.
Yeah, you got to draw the line.
Or maybe Hiya Toys.
We'll see. What I want that Rambo, regardless of price. I want to go.
I'm curious to see what those Rambo figures. What Rambo? Rambo 2, Rambo 3. I mean, there's so many things you can make. I'm very curious on where they go with that line.
So, if you're following Book of Boba Fett, spoiler. If you're watching this live, you're obviously seeing this, but spoiler real quick. Cad Bane is the reissue of him is available for pre-order. So if you're like me and skipped him because I never really liked his character in the Clone Wars, and now you have some affinity for him because you really want him facing off versus Cobb Vanth. Sorry, Cliff. Cobb Vanth. He is available for pre-order again. Did you already have him, Cliff? I think you liked him from the beginning, right? So you got the original release.
As soon as he got listed as a Black Series, I pre-ordered it,
Oh, see I clicked over to our private chat. Do you guys see that? Is green and salmon?
No.
Oh, interesting. Does the people in the chat, does my screen share? Oh, this is weird. Okay, never mind.
I see regular colors.
When I switched over to our private chat, everything turned like green and salmon for some reason. But when I switched back to the public chat, everything was fine. So, anyways, moving on. Polson's free shipping. So Pulse used to offer free shipping. I can't remember at 50 or 75.
50, I think.
Was it 50, even that low? And so now you have to pay for free shipping. To me, it's worth it. It's been easier, at least in the COVID times. It's been a lot easier to get the Comic-Con exclusives with Pulse. Although some of them I was interested in have been lasting plenty of time on the regular. But I think I'm going to stick with Pulse. Do either of you guys do it?
No.
I don't pay for it, no. I buy stuff through them, but not during the membership.
I don't do the membership.
Now, do you find yourself doing that thing that a lot of people do? Like before we were Prime members, we would just figure out something to get to 25 or 35, whatever the free shipping threshold is.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself doing that?
No. Usually it's just one thing. It's one figure.
You suck up the $8 shipping or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think the only thing I have pre-ordered on Pulse is the Fortnite Snake Eyes.
Interesting.
I wanted the Zartan classified one like way after it went on sale, and I ended up buying the barbecue figure to get Zartan to get the free shipping, and then I just sold barbecue on eBay.
Yeah.
That's my slickonomics.
Hey, trust me, the rule of two, buying two of everything, stemmed from
and
Walmart.
I did it with the O-ring.
You don't get free shipping till 35, but it doesn't matter if you return the second one. You still get the free shipping on the first one.
In what we got, I did do that, by the way.
One quick thing while we're talking about shipping, let me tell you what makes absolutely no sense. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I'm an avid bird feeder, and I feed my squirrels. I have 7 squirrels that I feed. I throw peanuts out. There's been like a peanut shortage here on Long Island with the storms down south. My wife's been buying me, because I had the hernia surgery, I can't lift over 10 pounds. Sam's Club, 5-pound bags of peanuts came in a box by FedEx, and they charge $4 for shipping. The box is, just think about it, it's a 25-pound box, 5-pound bags. The peanuts are $6.99 a bag. You're not talking about an expensive item.
Yeah.
God knows how much money these companies are losing on shipping when they're doing these deals like that.
Well, that's what they've been saying about Amazon Prime the entire time. They have never made a penny on Amazon Prime if you don't count that it locks you into their ecosystem, and then you just, like what Prime shipping did for Miss McFavorite made her buy everything on Amazon and only buy things that are Prime.
Oh, so
she never goes to the store. Yeah, exactly. So
it's the greatest thing. It's the greatest mistake I ever made. I signed up for a week free trial, forgot to cancel it. They charged me. I was stuck in for a year, and I'll never leave their side.
They have, if you're not a Hulu customer, because a lot of their video, their Prime Video mimics whatever's on Hulu. If you're not a Hulu customer, their Prime Video is amazing. Tons of old movies and stuff like that. Tons of classic horror and stuff like that. So, let's see. Let's catch up with some Brinkalizer. Let's see here. He just purchased the latest Black Series Wave and saw that shipping wasn't free. So the entire wave, that's fucking crazy. So not even,
especially if they ship them out like 100. One at a time, you know what I mean? What if they ship out one now and then 2 another day and then 1 another day?
Well, that's the whole thing.
Each time?
No, it's usually shipping just for your lot. Like that's happened to me before, where I bought a couple things. They charged me one shipping, and then they just ship out as they come in, and they don't ever change the total you pay.
Okay.
Yeah. He did say shipping was only $7 or $8, so that's not too bad. But yeah, here, those HasLabs still better be coming with free. Yeah, you're going to pay $200. This has always been my thing on eBay. If you list something on eBay for over $200, and maybe Rock, you can dispute this, it better be free shipping. You better be sucking up the shipping at that.
It depends, because if I'm shipping an expensive figure and I'm doing priority with insurance, it's $25 to ship that figure.
Yeah.
So,
but wouldn't you just tack? If it's a $300 figure, wouldn't you just make it $325 to have free shipping on it? Or
it's funny. I'm such a hypocrite. When I look to buy things, I look for free shipping. But when I sell it, I charge shipping on. I pretty much charge shipping on all my items, unless you're talking about like a $3,000 figure, $2,000
like the Boba Fett or something.
Yeah, like then I don't charge for shipping, but I incorporate that into my costs. But no, if it's anything like I just sold 3 Ninja Force Mint cards G.I. Joe figures for $199. No, there's a shipping charge, because this person's time is valuable packing those auctions.
No, I agree. And like I say, to me, it's just one of those things, like, include all of that. Include your time, include you're going to have to insure something that's really expensive. Like you say, like we discovered with my Millennium Falcon, like you can't just take something to FedEx and ship it if it's over 1,000. So you have to go do your own fucking footwork and shit.
So, little status update. Can you give us? Did the guy get it? Is he happy?
As far as I know, he hasn't left me feedback yet. But I'm not that guy to be like, dude, did you get it? Is everything fine? If he wants to file a case, 44 days out, I guess that's his prerogative.
I've noticed feedback is
Prerogative.
literally maybe 25 to 33% of all transactions leave feedback. No,
Yeah.
and I do not leave feedback unless you leave me feedback.
That's that's how I am too.
Unless they're a newer eBay person, if they have like under 50 feedback, I will. If they pay me for something, I will leave them feedback right away so they
Just
can
to
build
be
up their
done.
reputation. Yeah.
See, that's a good way to do it. But yeah, as a seller, if you don't leave me feedback, I'm not going to leave you feedback. And it's so on my part, I go through my orders like you guys have seen. Like I don't.
I'm gonna
track
run to the
my
bathroom
orders.
real quick, guys. Sorry to interrupt.
Do it.
No problem.
I'm gonna
cannot
have
hold
to
it any
go.
longer.
I'm gonna have to go during what we got anyway. So I feel you.
You guys don't have a steel bladder like I do.
So I go through my online order folder like maybe once a month, and that's where I put all my purchases on my toy tracking and all that, and that's at the point where I leave my feedback and all that kind of stuff. So so as a buyer, I may not leave you feedback for a month. Well, depending when it comes in, I may not leave you feedback for a month and a half, but I will eventually leave you feedback.
Yeah, just to me, it's kind of annoying that like I do everything as a seller do. Once they make the purchase and they pay, I contact them. Hey, thank you for your purchase, and
See,
then I let them
know.
know whether it's going to ship the same day or the next day. Now, with my schedule being what it is, I normally ship same day or next day, which is pretty quick. And I tell them once I ship it, I will update your tracking. This way they know, and that's my routine. Because like I said, between going to physical therapy 3 days a week, my schedule is so open. I can either do it the same day or next day, which is great. But it's so annoying to me that people do not leave feedback.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you just get a random feedback from something from like 2 months ago, which is another one that's strange to me.
Yeah, as a seller, I really wish people would leave feedback. And it goes to all this fucking shit though. Like this whole feedback thing is broken. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I've never left a driver less than 5 stars on Uber or Lyft, even though we've had some 3-star experiences. You know, like I've never left when you could. I never left a buyer negative feedback. I've never left sellers negative feedback. Luckily, because I've never had anything so atrocious. But I've had sellers that packed shit poorly and all that. And I don't know if it's a karma thing or if I'm just afraid somebody's going to do it to me. I don't even leave them neutral saying you could have packed this better. Like it's a complete fucking farce. Besides for new people that have less than 10 feedback, they feel perfectly fine with leaving negative feedback because you didn't respond to them within 24 hours and shit. You know, like new people tend to have this like weird sense of feedback where, oh, it was shipped a day later, so they leave you negative feedback.
The one thing that really gets me is the eBay's system being broken is a person doesn't pay and then you can't leave them any feedback. It is so messed up. And then once they send the notification out saying it's been more than 48 hours, we sent the buyer a reminder, you can't even do anything anymore. Mm-hmm. Like I used to leave positive feedback and write complete waste of time, did not pay, because you lose all that momentum when you sell something. You've had 10 people watching it and you had 600 views. Once that happens, you're done. And then if you don't pay, they're blocked. That's it.
Yeah.
As a buyer only, I can chime in. Every single person I buy from gets positive feedback. I usually go in every 2 or 3 weeks and do it in mass. I have a pre-written thing on my notes app, and I just fill it in. The only time I don't leave feedback, for instance, for this headless Beetlejuice I bought, it's for some reason it took 22 days for it to get to my house from like 3 states over. So I just didn't leave any feedback.
Yeah. That's what I do. If I'm not satisfied, I just
Did it do one of those things where it went to like states or like it just made like a journey around the
Honestly, I didn't track it. I didn't track it. I was just like, oh, I remember. I completely forgotten I bought it. And then I looked,
and
it was like 3 weeks previous.
Because let me tell you something. This is going to sound really crazy. I live 60 miles from Brooklyn. If I ship something to Brooklyn, it'll go to Queens, which is the next county right there. Queens and Brooklyn are connected. It'll go from Queens to New Jersey, upstate New York, Connecticut, back down to New Jersey again. I don't know what it is. There's some kind of error in their system where
It's a
it goes
digital
from
river thing, baby.
it's something where it goes from one shipping center to another. I don't know. It's just something strange. Like I literally could drive it there in an hour, but for some reason it just goes from sorting facility to facility to facility. So
Dude, I
maybe
used
that's
to
what happened
track
with
my
your thing.
masters. Did you ever track your Masters of the Universe Classics? They'd go from California to Nevada,
Oh,
back
yeah.
to California to Colorado, back to California to Illinois. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Brinkalizer, and I think this is what we all should follow too, even if I'm not tracking my orders till later in the month. Just because, especially, I'm buying a lot of specialty stuff, and so I'm sure those buyers would like to get my feedback. I think when you sell on eBay nowadays, you just almost go into it like you're going to get scammed, right? So it's a relief when you get a positive feedback about something you sold and you're like, okay, well, at least now they can't file a case, kind of thing. So, and then Cool Guy says he private messages people. And I've worked out a couple like pretty bad things. Like I'm either going to file a case for this or you're going to make it right, one way or another. And people usually do pretty good there. Real quick before we go to what we got, I'll tell you about a nightmare story with shipping that I had. And considering I had such a good experience with FedEx, we used FedEx again. So I went to go take care of my uncle's estate. The one thing I couldn't do is forget the keys I had made for his car. I, of course, forget the keys that I had made for his car. So I was giving it to my uncle. And so I had Mrs. McFavorite. This was a Thursday at 5 o'clock. So I couldn't do USPS. Ours had already closed. So I told her, do FedEx. It's the closest to the house. Do it next day. They have a 10:30, a noon, and an 8 p.m. 10:30, $100 for a set of keys. Noon, $50 for a set of keys. 8 p.m., $30. So those were my options. I went for the noon. We were trying to get out by 4 p.m. So I went with the noon. Never showed up. No updates to the tracking, anything like that. I call and I find out that FedEx routes, and I guess this is the same with UPS as well. They route everything to Tennessee. Both of them, their main hubs are in Tennessee. So anytime you send anything with FedEx, even if it's next day 10:30, it has to go to Tennessee. Supposedly. Again, this is what I'm hearing via customer service reps and all this, so you never know. It was, of course, that big ice snowstorm that we got a week and a half ago. So it was delayed. We weren't going to get them in time. I said, great. Refund my money, send my keys back to me, because we paid $50 to have them next day. Oh, we can't do that. You have to receive the package first before you can put any claim in. Okay. Fucking whatever. Send them back to me. I'll file a claim for the $50 later. Next day, I get a call from the the FedEx office in Wyoming saying, we need your credit card to be able to ship these back to you. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Double charge you, right?
Yeah, at first I was like, because I had asked him, can you just reroute the keys to my uncle? Because I had to pay $200 to have new keys made for the car, because we couldn't leave the car out there. We could have stayed in a hotel for $75 a night or what, but then I would have to pay for his dinner again and pay for the hotel and then be stuck with my old man uncle. Not that he's a horrible guy, but You know, I want to get on with my life. So pay $200 for new keys.
I have a life, guys.
Yeah, I'm just like, I didn't want another weird, awkward night of dinner and my uncle sleeping in his tidy blackies. He doesn't wear tidy whiteys. He wears tidy blackies.
I wear tidy grays and tidy reds. So I hear you.
So then they told me the only way to get them back without a charge was to ship them back. Then the fucking local FedEx says it's going to cost $15 to ship them back as slow as possible. I get them the next day before noon. The next day. So I paid fucking $14.50 to get them what I should have got them for $50 at the other place, but they had to go to Tennessee, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. I haven't put in the claim yet, but I'm going to do that this week. But supposedly, and again, this is customer service people probably talking out their ass. Supposedly, I'm going to get all my money back for the return shipping and the other shipping because they didn't meet that noon delivery time. But oh, look at this. Cowabunga dude sold his Razor Crest
Smart
locally.
man, Cowabunga dude, smart man.
Yeah, especially if you did it cash, because I'm sure you made a hefty little profit on that now the IRS isn't going to get to tax you.
And plus, who wants to ship that?
Yeah,
that's a
dude,
big thing to ship.
I was supposed to get mine today, and who knows, maybe it's still coming, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Well, since Slick's hinted on the IRS, we can talk about my little information that I have.
Well, hold on. Let's do what we got, and we'll do listener feedback and questions after that. Okay. I got to pee. So I'm going to put somebody on the hotspot who wants to go first and can go for at least a minute.
That's right on the bed. So I need like 10 seconds.
Will you go for Okay. Will you go for at least a minute and a half, Cliff?
Sure.
Okay. So here, this is a new one I found. Let's see if I can make Cliff. Can I make
Cliff loves the spot.
Oh no. Damn it. How I wanted us to be on. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. So you can see our reactions while you do it. My reaction is I'm going to go pee. So I'll be right back.
No problem, man.
But I'll be listening.
Yeah. Don't stay much. I don't want to hear a piss stream. All right. So since they both left, I guess I'm just presenting to the chat. I got the Target exclusive Peacemaker with the Cena head. I got the regular release Peacemaker with the domed head because I'm fucking loving that TV series.
Me too. Loving it.
I got Master Mordo from Doctor Strange 2.
I didn't see that yet. Oh, no,
That's
did
pretty
I see
cool.
that?
I don't know. Did you?
I can't remember if I've seen that or not.
I got my 2 Alley Vipers.
Nice. What do you think of those?
They're all right. They're like every G.I. Joe classified. It's like they just come with so many fucking accessories. How would a kid play with these? Like, they're so hard to articulate. Like, but
do you have to worry? Do you have to worry? Like, you know how the NECA figures, you really got to worry about bending the arms and the knees?
Yeah.
How are those? Because I haven't opened one up.
They're fine. That's
they're
fine.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. I don't know how, like, they're fine for me because I'm just going to load them up with accessories and keep them on a shelf. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you would play with these figures, is what I mean. Like,
no, I know what you're saying. Like, set up a battle and whatnot. Yeah.
So, and then I got to move everything else because my next thing is fucking ginormous. Spoiler alert. It's
a real life sex doll.
Fucking Christ.
Wow. That looks nice.
It's my Razor Crest.
Now the figures are packed in there? They don't come separate?
Yeah, they're packed in. There's a little, if you could see it, there's a little.
Yes.
It comes with a Jawa, a baby Grogu, and a Mando with a soft goods cape.
So are you going to open it or are you going to leave it sealed?
It's for now. I'm leaving it sealed. I'm going to put it back in its shipping box and put it in my storage unit.
So you're not even tempted to open it to take a look at it inside?
No, because I don't want to have to repack everything. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, But I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's dope. And then on the back, it's like an old Kenner box. It's like the line drawing.
They did a great job. Absolutely,
It's really cool. And I took a picture because this is the exact size of my Kenner tattoo. So I took a picture of this next to my Kenner tattoo.
That's dope.
But it's fucking ginormous and it's heavy.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she's never said that to me.
Me neither.
That's weird that there's white borders. Here we go with my border obsession.
It's where all the G.I. Joe white borders went, Slick.
It does look, you make a good point, though. It's almost like they needed to stretch that black, they needed to stretch the image a little more.
That's...
But the ends have like the line drawing with the Razor Crest on the stand.
I know, and that's the way it should be, but the fronts were always full color bleeds, like all the way to the edge.
I have no problem. I think this package is fucking beautiful.
I know.
And my shipper box was a little banged up, and so far I have not found any blemishes on this. Not that it matters. It's going to be opened at some point in my life, unless I should tragically die before I get to open it. But I plan on opening it. So it's cool. It's big as shit.
Gorgeous.
So I got to take it to the storage unit because I got no room for this in this tiny bedroom. I got no room.
I've seen them selling all day long, $1,000 on eBay, $850 off of eBay. So I'm kind of curious, Cowabunga dude. I'm sure he probably got in that range, but makes sense.
Yeah, dude. But it's oh my god, it's the biggest fucking thing ever. And I just got it like 2 hours ago, or 2 hours before we started recording, which was what 6-7 hours ago we started. I don't know. And then just kind of a throwaway, I did buy this dope thing, which is a homemade penis enlarger. No, it's a tripod light so that
nice.
so I can paint eyes.
That's brilliant. And how much was that thing? Like $20?
16.
And that's a life changer for when you do your customs, right? For $16.
Oh, it's awesome! Check it out. I did Beetlejuice last night with it, and look at those eyes and the eyeshadow. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were making a custom of the mayor of Chicago.
Oh, that's dude, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. If you lived in Chicago, you'd be aged too.
I'm sure.
So that's all I got.
I heard you talk about the Peacemaker right before so they're Target exclusives?
This is the Target exclusive with the Cena head. And then the regular retail is the domed head.
And that was the shark, right? Oh, from the movie. Okay.
Yeah, there's no...
I was like, they're already made stuff from the series, but I guess it's the same exact.
And because DC
figure.
is fucking weird, they don't allow guns to come with their figures, so the Target guy comes with a tomahawk. And the retail release comes with a sword. He's currently, the one I have out right now has a Marvel Legends gun. But I ordered 2 1/10 scale Desert Eagles from eBay.
To have the oversized.
So, yeah, well, these aren't 112, these are 110, so that I could have a Desert Eagle with each of my Peacemakers.
Is 110, so is 7-inch considered 110?
Yeah, 110. McFarlane and NECA are 110. Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe and Black Series are 112.
Interesting. Yeah, because, I mean, he doesn't have his gun mostly through the spoilers, mostly through the show either, so.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I don't mind. I don't mind that they came with, especially like the Target one, he comes with the tomahawk, which is dope. But the retail release just comes with a kind of a silly sword.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird.
But I wanted gold because I wanted the helmet too. And
then you mentioned Doctor Strange 2. That's not out yet, right?
That comes out in May. But the Marvel Legends are hitting. And
that's why I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, that's what Rock was saying. I don't think I've seen that. I'm like, are you talking about the toys or the movie?
Yeah, the movie. I'm like,
the movie's out not yet. But I'm getting all the MCU figures. That's so, and I didn't get him from the last movie, so I needed to get Mordo for the new movie. Yeah, I just saw we just watched No Way Home, and for some reason, I don't know if it's just the version that I acquired or or what, but it had like a 3.5 minute Doctor Strange like trailer.
Yeah, that was the final end credit.
The final, yeah.
It was
the
just a
final
trailer,
stat.
and
Yeah.
not since Captain America: The First Avenger has one of the final scenes been a trailer.
Yeah. Well, in addition to fucking 2 other scenes, but anyways. All right, Rock. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. So, like I said, I've been spending a lot of time watching Transformers at night when I can't fall asleep. So I've been buying Transformers. So I like the Constructicons. I bought this, which is Dirtbag G2. I thought was a Constructicon, and apparently he's not because he's so fucking big. I'm like, all right, I bought it, and now I instantly regretted it. I got it for a great price too. So what happened was I was looking at my details, and I thought, like, they look too clean. Everything is too organized in there. So I wanted some, like, I wanted to tchotchke it up a little bit. I wanted to put some other things in there to kind of fill out the displays. So I've been buying, like, loose paperwork. But my Transformer ones was kind of sterile. They're just boxes along the 3 sides. So I'm like, let me get some loose figures. So I forgot what this guy's name is because there's 2 of them that are pretty similar.
Top Spin.
Yeah, because the other one has the drill. I got him. I got Wheelie.
Nice.
He's missing the piece, but for $3,
Oh, the little flap over
yeah,
it.
but
Yeah.
for $3, like this guy was like $8.
Nice.
You can't
with a good chromed weapon. That's
for
pretty good.
$8. Yeah.
Does he do his? Can you do the pullback and flip
I didn't
up?
try because I was afraid it was going to break. So I bought a bunch of the Constructicons. Even though I have the Walmart reissue, I thought it would look cool on the shelf. Now, to me, I never had them as a kid, so to just transform and mess around with them, they were like $3 to $4 each.
Oh wow,
So-
that's really good.
I got like 3 or 4. I got 4 of them. I must have left one in the other room. But then I did get a packaged one, a packaged G2 Constructicon that's yellow. This one is
Crazy.
not bad, like $25 plus shipping.
Oh,
I didn't think
that's
that's
really
too
good.
bad. And
No,
it's a
not
little
at all.
wavy, but it looks nice on the shelf. So here's my big purchase of the week. This is something that goes back to a question that Peter said. Did we ever sell something, regret it, and then buy it back? Well, I did it. I sold a beautiful mint on card Snow Serpent when I got into Star Wars mint on cards. I sold an unpunched one for $400. I found a guy on Facebook trying to sell this, and it's AFA graded. I paid $400 shipped.
Wow.
So yeah,
And what's the grading? It looks
75
super clean.
plus.
Oh, that's not bad.
So this is what happened.
And
He
no
shipped-
yellowing.
He
so.
shipped it FedEx. I mean, no, he shipped it UPS. He wrapped it in 12 feet of bubble wrap around and around and around. I get it. It's got a crack here. You probably can't see. There's a little crack on that side
Oh.
and a crack on this side.
And he just, because that had to have come from him. That wasn't shipping.
No.
If you looked at the pic,
I looked at the pictures before he shipped it. It was perfect. So he insured it for $450, which was nice. He overinsured it. He was beating himself up. I never seen a guy. He's like, I hate myself right now. I'm like, you did nothing wrong. I'm like, you wrapped it in 12 feet of bubble wrap. The box was overly big, but it was a ton of bubble wrap.
yeah.
So the UPS store in Texas contacts me, send me pictures, and we're going to figure it out, put a claim in. I send them 20 pictures. They go, sorry, we have to forward this to the home office. You need to follow their form of completing a claim. You need to take a picture of the box from each side. You need to take a picture of the damage. You need to take a picture on the shipping box on what the actual strength was of the box. The box he sent me said it could have held 80 pounds. So now I'm waiting to hear back on my UPS claim. I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to bang the guy and say, hey, look, like at eBay, when people hold you like for ransom, they go, well, you know, I paid $400, it came damaged, give me $100 and I won't leave you negative feedback. This wasn't the seller's fault. This is UPS mishandling the box. I did not want him to lose money on that. As a seller, I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to put the claim in. If I get something, great. If not, I'll live with it. I'm still happy. It still displays great. It's just
Yeah.
annoying to me. I know it's got 2 cracks in it.
So now, to play devil's advocate, is it possible he had pictures of this before it was damaged?
Of course. Of
And
course.
then, yeah, because that's always what I'm kind of like. Because if it had 6 inches of bubble wrap all the way around it and stuff like that, I mean, I assume the box wasn't like just beat to shit, was it?
And
Or
no,
was
the box was pristine. I'll be honest with you. I thought I was getting
Yeah,
scammed
so-
when I bought it because he first did like a phishing post on eBay on Facebook. He's like, "Hey guys, thinking about selling this. Anybody know what it's worth?" And right away I chimed in. I'm like, "Hey, a couple years ago I sold an unpunched one for 400. Yours is AFK graded. I looked on eBay. They should sell for 700 to 800 all day long." He listed it, and then he wasn't getting anybody interested. People would write like PM sent, and it was available. Then finally, he kept lowering the price from like 700 to 650 to 600 to 550, and then he was like, "Hey, would you want it for 400?" So I just got a massive tax return between selling my house, buying this house. I got a large commission check that was overly taxed. I was thrilled. Like we split our tax return. I got $9,600. My wife's getting 4,800.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's getting 4,800. That covers. She's leasing a new vehicle, so that's covering like the new deposit or whatever. Mine, I could do whatever I want with. So I mean, I'm putting more towards the pool anyway. But I said I'm going to treat myself to one nice thing, and that was that. And I'm like, it is what it is. Worse, like I said, I'm happy either way. If I get back some money, I'm fine. If I don't get any money, I still have the figure I really missed. And, that's one of my favorite figures. So it's AFA graded, O-rings intact. I'm fine.
I'd be curious to find out what you, because I luckily knock on glass. I don't have any wood around me, but I've only had to file a couple complaints, but the ones I filed, they had to be for the full amount. Like they had to refund the entire thing, and I'm like, it's just a dented corner or whatever, whatever it was at the time.
Yeah, because that's what I told the seller. I'm like, look, the worst case scenario, even if I got like $50 or $75, if it really bothered me that much, I could resubmit the Snow Serpent to AFA.
That's what I was going to say.
Do a reacrylic. I'm not looking for half my purchase price. I just want what it would cost to get it put into a new acrylic. That's all.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not trying to
exactly
beat
right.
the guy up, and I'm trying to do it the right way through the UPS, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to hold my breath over it, but if I get something back, great. If not, oh well.
Yeah.
And that's all my stuff for this. Oh, and I got the O-Ring Joes, which there's a lot of, boy, talk about hate in the community. John Vanover mentioned something about like how toxic the communities were. I got the figures. I thought they were decent. The cards are a little flimsy. The extra weapons, I just put them on eBay for $10. I sold those instantly.
Oh, wow.
So it cost me
Interesting.
30. I put the other one up for 80, and it's still sitting there. But they are what they are. The only thing I don't like is the bubble is a little too big. But I like how the figures are. They're not going to move inside the bubble. So there's pros and cons. But
And
I'm fine for the price. For $40, you get what they are. They're nice O-rings.
I'll be showing mine off, and
Okay.
they're still on the card. At least this set is so far. So, all right, let's get into me here. All right. Oh my God, here we fucking go. So I guess
No Toy January's over. It's
yeah, and I have overcompensated for no toy January. So here's the ones you were talking about. So everybody can see.
Your cards are bent too.
Yeah, crappy retro cards. Of course, they're not going to change that. No fucking borders, which I swear to God, I think I know what people that get really into their political beliefs are feeling now, because I just want to like go scream from the mountaintops, stop making retro packaging that isn't retro packaging.
I mean,
Unpunched.
how much more would it cost them to make a little
Dude,
bit?
I don't get why as a designer, there is no fucking reason why these shouldn't have a white border on them. There's no reason whatsoever. I am a fucking graphic designer my entire life. There's no reason why there shouldn't be a white border on these. Besides that, some fucking douchebag in the G.I. Joe product team would be like, wouldn't it be so awesome if they didn't have a border around them? Because as a designer, it usually is nicer to see artwork bleed to the edge, you know, because borders back in the day were cheap, bleeds were expensive. So as a designer, lots of times you want things to bleed to the edge, but just putting the little fucking white border, I swear to God, I think there is a insurmountable amount of fans out there that are just like, these are great, but there's just something a little bit off about them and they can't figure it out. But anyways, enough of my fucking soapbox.
What's your
But
opinion
yeah,
of the
Rock,
dragon?
you're right. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, just put them. So here's what the bubble should literally be this wide. Well, maybe a little bit wider than this up here, but just fucking put them in there loose. I don't. Make it like the vintage figure. Let it fucking jiggle around in there. I don't know why you have to fucking put it in a tray. So, I haven't. Yeah, and the fucking Storm Shadow, I think it's the same width, but I haven't opened them, but I watched a review that Peter posted in the group, or maybe a chat or something, and the complaints on that are right as well. They're matte, like this is a matte white. It's not a glossy white, because again, before the white was the primary color, and they cast it in a glossy plastic. Now they're casting everything in matte. Normally I like matte better than glossy, but not for these. These should have been high gloss fucking things, but...
Can you highlight KJ Smith's comment while you're going through these reviews?
Oh, is it? Yes, I feel very strongly about it, KJ.
So those that are listening, KJ Smith's comment broke the internet right now. Bitching about retro packaging is a focus.
It is, dude. And Brinkalizer. So I'm buying these. I'm buying them to open them. To have fucking super crisp versions of O-ring figures.
Be careful with those nunchucks. I've seen so many people, they just break right out of that extra. That's why they give you extra ones.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I got 2 extra ones. I don't know, because the original Storm Shadow had the nunchucks, right?
2 swords and a bow and the backpack.
But not the nunchucks?
No, we came with nunchucks. A nunchuck.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking.
Sword,
yeah.
Short sword, backpack, and a bow.
Yeah, because these don't have nunchucks in them.
Oh,
they have no, not that I see. Maybe if somebody's opened them, but yeah, the extra accessories came with 2 nunchucks. So now the review I watched, these extra accessories came with 2 Uzis, and I only got 1 Uzi in the extra accessories.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, it came with the version 3 and another one of the version 1.
No, it's in the review I watched. They got 2 of the version 1. They also got the version 3, but they got 2 of the version 1. So I didn't know if I got an extra nunchuck for the love of it. But something I didn't show off way before I got these for Christmas. Here is the blind pack, world's smallest. So this is the He-Man. So yeah, so I don't know the best. I'm not a reviewer, so I That's it compared to my thumb.
Wow.
And it's awful. The paint is awful. everything is bad about it. It's glued to a stand. That you can't really see here, but a little bit better is the new TMNT figures. So these are from the blind. So they did mini toy brands. Now they're doing blind boxes of the mini toy stuff, and you have different options there. Found this motherfucker. So we talked about it. The reissue Tigatron. I can't pass up on a white Bengal tiger. I bought these again, but look at that price.
Can't beat that.
Oh yeah, $22.97 down to $5.
Wow.
This is why I'm like, why are you making a Wolfgang? These are two of the most popular characters and figures in this line ever, and you had to clearance them out, and now they're gonna make a Wolfgang. Don't get it. At my not, I wouldn't say behest or even request, at my, hey, you should do that, Engineer Nerd did a review of these. So these are the Space Force. I was glad he did it because he pointed out all the reuses of Eagle Force for these. But red and blue, if you're political, you know what that means.
It's cool packaging too. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I
love these. And why can't I find my heads?
You could probably stack them too, right?
My heads were the thing I really wanted to show
presidents?
off about them. Yeah, so the blue and red. The blue has Obama. See, it has Obama. It has Uncle Sam. It has a zombie head. I can't believe those are gone. But anyways, the heads are awesome. The red comes with Trump and Pence and a couple other ones.
Do they have a Chase variant of Pence with the fly on his head or no?
I wish. Brinkalizer turned me on to their figure banging in the realm of collectors. And they were doing a toy review of those Centurions that I really wanted and I passed on. Well, one of theirs had this horrible, like, paint drip going down the sideburns of one of the figure's heads, and it literally did look like the Giuliani, where his hair dye was dripping down his face. So they had a good joke about that. This is just random for me. A Hot Wheels car, a VW bus with fucking Jon Stewart. Paid way too much for that. These are upside down. Everybody recognizes these, right? Ew. Did you guys watch Squid Game? Do you like Squid Games?
Never saw
never
it.
watched it. No.
You both need to watch it as horror fans. It's almost more so a horror movie. It's a society introspective drama, but it's a horror movie.
Is it a movie or a series? Because I know my
It's a
son
series.
Or sorry, I keep saying movie. It's a series.
Okay.
Yes. So these are kind of crazy. It's the same, and I think I talked about this.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So it's the same guy. So these are kind of interesting. Not necessarily my thing, but they're resin. So his figures even have like powder and a little bit of petroleum jelly on them to make them slide in there and stuff. So it's one of those things. These are not on the level of like Has No Talent or what's the one you buy?
Stan Solo.
Stan Solo, because his feel like factory, right?
They're fucking undistinguishable from factory.
Yeah, exactly. These are definitely resin, and pieces
but they're
come
good
off.
price, though. They're half the price of a.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and that's why I tried them. But I will probably stick with Has No Talent or sorry, John Solo.
Stan Solo, yeah.
Yeah. John Solo is a listener of ours, but I mean, this is amazing. A 3 3/4. It's got a little bit of translucent. It's not like fully opaque, but it's the same guy that did the Squid Game figures.
Yeah, when you posted in the group chat that you ordered those, I went to the site to visit it. When Brock posted it, I ended up pre-ordering their Bad Batch Cad Bane.
Oh, nice. The carded version?
No,
or
the loose
loose
one. Because I got a Bib Fortuna trench coat that I was going to dye black for my Eric Draven, but now I'm going to throw it on that Cad Bane.
Nice. I did have an issue with the carded, so I bought that same Wampa, and I bought a carded Mandalorian Luke Skywalker, which was basically like a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker with a vinyl black cape. Both of them arrived with the pieces loose in the package, like with the arms falling off and stuff like that.
If you're going carded, just glue them in. Like you're not.
What?
If he's going to sell those carded, he should just glue the limbs in.
And I almost wanted to ask him more about that. Like, what are your thoughts about this, that kind of stuff. But I sent him a message. He responded lightning fast, got back to me. I didn't even have to send him a picture. He said, I'm shipping you a label to send him back and I'll fix them, because he's obviously the guy that does it on the card and everything. But yeah, some limbs had fallen off and he's going to replace them. So I just feel bad. He's going to have to cut the bubble off of them, repaint the card backs. Oh, so thick. Like, not too thick. I've had people that give me like cardboard thick card backs, but it felt like vintage card back.
The way they should be.
So, yeah, exactly. Now, they did have, if you ever look at a vintage card back, it's solid cardboard. Like his, you could see the printing and then the cardboard in between the printing on both sides.
Printed it on glossy stickers, put the stickers on, then cut it out.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't take a close enough look because it really made me sad to my stomach. But went up to Wyoming, found ridiculous amounts of shit. Like, if I could, I should post a picture of everything I found. But I found this dude. So this is the reissue Scorponok. I want to show you something because I never had this figure when I was in my 20s. But one of the things it does is it shoots a claw that turns into a fucking wasp. Now, again, it's a little bit of a... Here, it's a little bit of a thing, but I mean, that is just some beautiful, like, action feature shit. That it would shoot that out and then it becomes half of its claw in there. Some cool action features. As a action figure itself, it sucks ass. Like, you can barely stand it. Everything's too heavy. This is its claw, and all it does is sit on the back of its head. So, as a action figure, it sucks. As a toy, it's very fun. And that's exactly what you would expect from something from 1999, you know. Cliff, I don't know if you're doing Revelations.
Nah.
But there's... No? Okay. Here's a little faker. I know. I figured that's your stance. I'm still going all in Faker, even if he's a metallic one.
And I
But
got the
here-
Revelations Faker, but not net. I don't need that. Like,
Yeah, you don't need a little $5 one. I felt around for this. It's been a long time since I felt around for a Lego figure, but the chili pepper, it comes with a little thing of milk, and oh, I have the wrong head on it. I was like, why can't you see her sweating? It literally has her sweating
Oh, that's awesome.
as the inside of it, or him. I'm not against differing pronouns, but that was a fun one to pick up. Jesus Christ, I still have so much. You have no idea. The Unicron bonus pack with the gray Galvatron. Somebody in the chat, let me know what I can do with that gray Galvatron, because I just wanted the accessories, not the Galvatron. Maybe he's going for a mint on the aftermarket. I know lots of people are pissed that they missed it, but more so for the accessories than the figures. I got this little thing, the Army Builder. I love Rebel Fleet soldiers, and because we didn't get them back in the day,
Yeah, absolutely.
like I just go a little crazy for them. So got that bad boy. Just picked this up today. Bumblebee. Oh yeah, it's boring Bumblebee. No, it's not. It's Cybertron Bumblebee.
That box looks so big for a figure that's small, right?
It is ridiculous. The figure stops right here in the box. It's
Yeah.
just a way for them to charge us $23 for a $15 action figure or $12 one. But I love that Cybertron Bumblebee. I love all the Cybertron Bumblebee stuff. But MOTU again, up in Wyoming, dude. I saw so much stuff up here that isn't even in here.
Is
So
that because there's real
Savage,
men, there's
He-Man.
cowboys up there? They're not buying toys?
Yeah, exactly. Like no one buys shit, so you can find anything you want. So, the only reason why I bought this was because of the Orko, and I'm not even an Orko fan, but I really liked him in Revelations. I saw it up there, but didn't buy it. Was the Triclops? I know Cliff loves that, like anti-magic, cult leader.
Yeah, he's awesome. And it's
But
Henry
cost-
Rollins, so bonus.
Let's see. Decided to dip my hand into these, see if I can get a full set. I've never seen it. I kept telling myself I'll buy a full set if they have it, and I keep seeing them, but not a full set. So we'll see if I can find the Donnie and Raph for that. This is something that I haven't seen any toy site posting yet, but the Taulog. So this isn't Goliath. This is the Nemesis.
Goliath's
Goliath.
Faker, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So I got him. We're almost done, folks. Sorry. Coronation Starscream, again, Wyoming. Tons of them sitting on the shelf before I ever saw them here. I have now seen them here since. And then Jesus Christ, I'm not almost done. I love it.
Thank God this is on a Saturday.
Did I do this? Did I do
No.
these last time? Mech Fans toys. So my new latest Mech Fans toys, Legends, Transformers. These boxes are very deceptive. They are very small in these big boxes. So Blitzwing tracks primarily because he has a fucking mini blaster for some stupid
They look
reason.
incredible.
Dude, I love these things. Considering they're all under 4 inches. And so,
They look great,
Rekgar.
yeah.
And then these very well may be knockoffs. But Planet X and Secticons. Again, if you're not hardcore Transformer fans, you don't know what these are. But considering these came out so late, I'm pretty sure they're knockoffs. But who knows? And then lastly, down here at my feet, so I can't step. Again, I guess not a big deal to you guys, but Squid Games Legos. So
It has AliExpress written all over it, right?
oh yeah, bro. Well, it was actually an independent website.
Oh,
But I went to AliExpress, and these guys had the newest versions of these. So knockoff factories will increasingly make better versions of their knockoff
that's a
Legos.
shocker.
And so there were 3 different versions of these that you could get. And these by far were the best versions, like super well fine-tuned to the show accuracy, blah, blah, blah. You guys should watch Squid Game. It is a good social commentary. It's got some aspects of horror, and it's just a really good story. So I recommend it. Oh shit. Of course, I've been going through these. Let's see. Here we go. Question for later. We'll probably take that next. Let's see. Brinkalizer says maybe the retro Beast Wars figures are going on clearance because they're missing the white border. I'm like, I don't have a retro one to see if they had a white border, but Squid Games looks good, looks dope. See, here you go. Here's some reinforcement. If you're like me, I normally need to at least hear from 3 reliable sources that a new show is good because, like you, Rock, I've got too much fucking TV to watch.
That's all I got is TV to watch.
See, my whole thing is like, everyone's like, Squid Game is great. I'm like, what is it? They're like, well, it's a social commentary. I'm like, pass.
No, but it's good social. It's
I'm like,
trying
right
to
now, I just
equate
care.
it.
I just want to go to fantasy and horror. So I don't need analogs to how fucked up the world is right now.
Yeah. I mean, it really is like, how much will you do for money?
Yeah,
and
I
that
read
kind
the
of stuff,
Wikipedia.
so yeah. Asking who does.
I sent him a link already.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the
So
comments you can highlight on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, so if people are just curious, it's the CFCB Unlimited. They have a website and a Facebook page. The Triclops is great. If that, I just don't dig that version, and I don't dig the cult thing, and maybe it's me just trying to save $30 on a deluxe figure or something. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, dude.
I love the concept of an anti-magic cult where it's all technology and stuff like that, but I'm not even buying Triclops and Origins. I'm not, I didn't buy it, or I'm not buying it in Masterverse. And what's weird is he's one of the figures I had as a kid, and I'm just not that interested in him for some reason.
I'm all in on Origins mostly. There's a few deluxe figures that I passed on, like Hurricane Hordak or Buzz Off Hordak, whatever the deluxe one was. But with the any other line, the animated series or the Masterverse, I'm just getting He-Man and Skeletor, and because I consider him also He-Man, Prince Adam.
No, okay.
But I'm only buying Origins in bulk. I only have He-Man and Skeletor, and then I got the Faker because I wanted to make a custom blue Faker. But that's all I bought for Revelation. Because if I justify that I like the cult for Triclops, Then I could justify that I like the cult for Trapjaw. Then
Yeah,
I
I
could
was gonna
justify
say.
that if I have Trapjaw and Triclops, I need Beastman. It's just, I just have to stop.
Yeah, and Revelation, I had a hard time with Fisto because I had Fisto as a kid, and he's been like one of those wavering. I bought Fisto in Origins to ride Stridor, but I broke down and bought Fisto in Revelations. I bought it in these little doofy things too. So
You just need a gaping Skeletor figure for Fisto to play with. That's a joke, my friend Sam. We break his chops a lot because he's the big MOTU guy, and whenever there's Fisto, it's just like, oh,
let loose.
yeah.
All right, Rock, and God, this was supposed to be such a short show. Let me share the show notes.
Okay, I'll try to make it as quick as possible.
No, I know, and I don't want to rush you, but not magnified. Look, that's not that much stuff to talk about, but yeah, we're still at 3 hours.
Right.
So, Rock, let's hear what your tax guy said about the new tax.
This is my accountant. I really like her. I've been using her a long time. She likes to explain the way she does taxes is like driving. On Long Island, the speed limit is 55 on the highway. She's like, you can drive 65 and not get pulled over at all. I know you can. No, I should break it. I should backtrack. You could drive 55 miles per hour and you'll never, ever, ever get pulled over. You could drive 65 miles per hour. More than likely, you'll not get pulled over. Or we could drive 75 and you take your chances. You might get pulled over. You might not. So now let's put it in terms of this eBay stuff. I did my tax return and I explained to the situation that I'm a seller and I do sell a decent amount of toys. What should I do?
You are legally doing this as a ways to make money.
So what happened was I filed my complete tax return, and literally a week later, I got a letter forwarded from my old address from eBay that I sold $33,000 worth of toys last year, and I had 424 transactions. So I called the accountant, and she knew where the situation was going already. But basically, I have to go apply for a business license with my township. It's about $45 and some paperwork. I have to basically do a check to make sure nobody has my business name. My business name is going to be my eBay store name, Rocks Vintage Toys and Collectibles. So $45. Once I get that paperwork, I can go to her. I will get a tax number, which is basically a social security number for a
tax
business.
ID. Yeah.
Tax ID number.
Yeah.
She said, no matter how much in volume I make in sales, we could figure out a way that you're going to pay no tax. Because any business can operate on a loss for the first few years and go under the radar of the IRS. Now, I'm not going to tell any of you what you should or shouldn't do, but this person I know that might sound like Schrocks for Fashlow might be doing something where you get to write off the percentage of your house where I keep one room to list my items. I have another room with my packing materials. You're driving around. Every time I buy packing materials, all my shipping costs, you get to write all that stuff off. She said we can make it in a way that you're going to operate at a loss, and that's what I'm going to do. Now I have the dilemma of I just got this thing that I'm worried about getting audited. There's 150 million tax returns a year that the IRS processes. They only do 600,000 audits. So if you do the math on that, the percentage is extremely small of getting audited. And the IRS is still not even, they haven't got completed the audits of like 2 years ago. So what I'm told my wife is I'm kind of worried. I want to do this as legit as possible. And I don't want to have 5 years from now get a letter saying that I owe this much back taxes because the fines and fees are going to be double what you originally owe. So I am going to go as legit as possible and just make sure that I have a workaround that I can just prove that my inventory I paid and this and that, and just pay as least amount as possible. So, but it is getting me to the point now that I think I'm going to be done selling soon. I think once I'm done, I only have like $13,000 worth of stuff left on my eBay page, where I used to have like 25,000 at all times. And this is just stuff from my collection that I wasn't displaying. So I think once I'm done with that, my job, we just took over like 120 new accounts from the owner of the company's father's retiring. I have more on my plate this year to deal with. I I'm going to try to get away from the flipping and just selling whatever's in my collection. And if I have to pay a little bit of tax on it, I will. But I'm going to go legit. But don't be worried if you're getting reported to the IRS. I think there's so many other problems with the country and in the world. I think them worried about us with our fucking toy money. It's going to be the odds of us getting caught. I think are slim to none.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going to put on that.
So it's interesting that you bring all that up. So the reason why I have sheds full and garages full of toys is 12 years ago, might be fucking 14 years ago, I thought I was going to open a toy store. That was my dream. Start off on eBay, start off online, then open a brick and mortar. When we had our kid, I would babysit her all day at my brick and mortar toy store. That was my 5 and 10 year goal at that time. So I went fucking crazy and just bought cases and cases of stuff off of Entertainment Earth before I actually investigated what margins were, and when you buy a Transformers wholesale off of Entertainment Earth, it is literally 50 cents less than what you can buy it in a store. So it makes no fucking sense to try to open a toy store unless you're Big Bad Toy Store and you can sell 100 of them. Because when you can sell 100 of them, then it's $1.50 less. So then you can start making a little bit of margin. So I went whole hog on this. My accountant was like, okay, what are you doing to do this stuff? What time are you investing? And so I literally was writing off trips to Comic-Con. I was including anything I bought at Comic-Con and inventory and all this kind of stuff. And so after like 2 or 3 years, my accountant's like, you either need to show profit, like you're actually a business and actually selling things, or you need to close your business down and take it as a loss. So a lot of this is the same exact thing. I had to go register as a business. I had to get a taxpayer identification number, a TIN. I had to do all of this, but all I ever did was claim losses. Because again, even back then I wasn't selling shit. I was like, I will be, and I never sold it.
But quick question, if you only claimed losses, so did you get money back then?
Yeah, so what you do as an independent entrepreneur is, and this is what your accountant is going to do for you, is you can claim losses not only on the value of your stuff, but on anything you spend. Like I used to track my mileage to do toy runs, and that was deducted. I used to, anytime I went somewhere, my flight cost, my hotel cost, all of that would be deducted. And then I would still take a different loss on the value of the collectibles. So there was all these different ways he was kind of finagling it.
Right.
And then after 3 or 4 years, he's like, if you're not careful at this point, you're going to get audited. So that's when I quit Slick McFavorite Toys, LLC, and all this kind of shit. And then my inventory at that point could still be deducted. I could still take it as a loss on my personal income tax. So we did that for a couple years too. So you're absolutely right, Rock. There's lots of different ways you can kind of get around this and claim losses and stuff like that. The big thing that my accountant said was you just have to have records of all of this. So you have to keep a mileage log if you're going to try to deduct your mileage. You have to if you're going to take a loss on a value of an item, you have to have a record of what you paid for it and what you sold it for, just like a stock, So I think you're on the right track of if you're going to just sell what you have remaining and get out of it.
Right.
But if somebody was trying to make this their job and was going to try to make flipping a thing,
it's done. You're done.
You're going to run into fucking issues eventually. It may be 2, 3, 4 years down the road, but the IRS will eventually come knocking, unless, like you say, the news has been that the IRS is still dealing with 2020 tax returns right now. And so anything 2021 is going to be delayed, and you're going to get your refund after tax filing season and all this kind of stuff. So it is coming in a good time that because one of the options you have is you just don't report the 1099 you get from eBay. Like you said you already filed yours.
Yeah.
Who's to say whether you got that document or not? And
that's the thing. It went to my old, and the worst part is it went to my old address.
Exactly.
But my whole thing is, I'm looking at the long game of this. Is that I make a decent enough income that I don't need this money to pay my bills. This money was to repay the pool deposit. This is my, buying shit on eBay, and it was not like I'm one of those people that I'm going to go to Walmart every day and Target and buy the exclusives and mark them up. I'm not one of those guys, so I don't need that. To me, it was fun. I enjoy, I bought something in my collection. I'm not displaying it. It went up 3 times in value. I'm going to get rid of it. Or I change focus. I'm just done now. I make, like I said, I make good enough money. I don't have to do it. And I think what's going to happen is more try and maybe sell on Facebook for cash. But that's such a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh my god!
People not showing
meeting
up.
People in person. Oh, dude.
And then when they show up, it's whatever you negotiated. They always got $25 less now. It's like fuck you,
dude. Selling that stuff in Wyoming, and granted, in Wyoming, and it is so awful to fucking put this into red versus blue or whatever, but they had honor. When people said they were going to come buy something, they came and bought it. They didn't try to fucking dick me down. They came up, they gave me the cash for what they ordered, and they took it, But I could imagine, especially, here in the big city where everything is so anonymous, because up there, everybody knows each other. It's a 20,000 person town. So, people were saying, oh, did Jamie not come and pick this up? He told me he was going to pick this up. So people knew when their friends were buying stuff from me and stuff like this. And I'm just an anonymous guy on a Facebook group.
Right.
So, but I could see here in big towns, where again, the East Coast to me is like one big town. It never stops,
it's densely
right?
populated.
Yeah, exactly. You may go through some brush and wooded areas, but there's no separation, and so
where I live, it's the island. If you go from Manhattan to Montauk, is 75 miles long. It's 12 miles wide, and I think 7 million people live on Long Island.
Jeez.
That doesn't count the 5 boroughs like Queens and Brooklyn are connected, Staten Island, but at least 7 million people live in that stretch of area.
Yeah.
So densely populated.
Exactly.
But every guy. So the bottom of the line of the story is, if you're a seller, depending on what level you're at, if you're somebody that's going to be doing this long term, go legit, get an ID, work the system. But like I said, I'm going to cash out and basically walk away and be done with it. Because it is time consuming, and it is I'm tired of answering these people's fucking message on eBay. What's the lowest you'll take, bro? I have a $40 Star Wars figure. The guy goes, "Can you send this ship with tax for $20?" So I wrote the guy. I go, so really that means I'm getting $8 for the figure because it's $6 a ship, $2 for tax, $1 for the fucking mailer. I'm like, why don't I just mail it to you for free though? I'm done with this shit. Done.
Good on you, Rock.
Done.
Okay, let's go through grab bag super fucking fast because we're going to be even longer than more. Yeah. So, talking about Star Wars, here's the grab bag. Obi-Wan Kenobi will debut on May 25th on Disney Plus. Ewan McGregor returns as Jedi Master in this epic limited series. So this
Real
is
Star
exciting. Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
This is dope. I'm excited. Again, I think it's one of those things that's really interesting that everything is based around Tatooine. You
and when
know,
it's not Tatooine, it's Jakku.
Yeah, exactly. It's still sand.
Desert's cheap, dude.
Yeah. So I guarantee you. Okay, so when Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett only takes place, what? Do you guys have any idea what?
6 years after Jedi.
6 years after Jedi. Okay, so this is all going to be before Jedi.
This takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. And if Luke and Leia are 19 in New Hope, that means it'll be 9 years before the Battle of Yavin.
Okay. So then Battle of Yavin, then Empire is a year later, and Jedi is a year after that.
I think the timeline from Star Wars to Jedi, I think, is 3 years. I don't know how it's... Yeah.
Okay. So then this is possibly... So we could possibly see Boba Fett or Mandalorian as far as human age goes, right?
Yeah.
We could see a lot of intermingling here.
But it's got a completely different creative team than the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian do.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of separate from all that. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he's not on Tatooine the entire time. Because this is kind of, uncharted shit in Kenobi's life. We know he's watching over Luke. We don't know he's on Tatooine the whole time.
This is true. He could go off-world and come back. Transformers VR Beyond Reality. PlayStation VR and Steam VR, March 31st, 2022. So, and just to put this out there, my primary experience with VR, at least recently, has been in like little headsets, and it's been porn. Has anybody... The porn is very impressive, even in a little cheap headset that you put your like cell phone in. But anyways, has anyone played any new VR, like PlayStation VR or?
My stepbrother's got an Oculus.
An Oculus, okay.
I put it on a couple times. It's fine. Like it's just not I'm not really a video game guy.
My son has it, and the Walking Dead game would scare the shit out of you. It was like,
really?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's like he would be jumping and twitching and stuff because something came up behind him. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm a bad gamer. I play friggin' Sega. I play Sega Genesis NHL '97 is my main go-to game. So
yeah,
this probably won't be for me, but it looked really good.
I'm a retro guy too, but like I say, the porn aspect of it, just being able to like look a girl down and look, like, oh, I'm looking at downstairs. Now I'm looking at upstairs.
Don't tempt me, Slick. Jesus Christ.
Dude, it is impressive.
Rock's son doesn't have a headset anymore. It's Rock's.
Why is this thing sticky, Dad? I don't know. I was eating donuts that day.
I made him cream filled and then I made him glazed.
Oh.
All right. Last up, G.I. Joe fine art print. Framed. This is framed.
No.
This is not fine art.
No.
This is like... It's like a Photoshop posterized version of the classified artwork, right?
It's like I would have done as a kid. Like I draw the card art in my notebook. Like,
oh my God. And
you can't go out on that. That's depressing.
No. This one is at least a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
But It will never go out on VR. It will never go on the level of VR porn. But
Actually, isn't this the side of the boxes? The red and the blue like that? The original.
No, not well.
Classified
The
boxes?
classified, yes. The blue with bright striking white. Yeah, that is from classified. I'm not sure if I like all the techno shit on Storm Shadow here. He's got techno ears. He's got a techno mask. He's got techno gauntlets.
At what point is he not Storm Shadow anymore and just Shredder?
Yeah,
exactly.
Same thing.
So, okay, I was hoping this would be a little bit better than the other one to go out on, but come on, VR porn. You got to hear Slick McFavorite's take on it. Rock is very intrigued. I can't wait to hear your thoughts once you try it.
I've seen the homemade VR that's like a cardboard thing you could buy.
Dude, yeah, that's all it takes to immerse.
I think Five Below had those. Like, way back then.
I used a so I got a free Samsung one when we upgraded our phone like 4 years ago, and my phone doesn't fit in it anymore. So again, it's been about a year and a half ago that I did it, but I used the viewfinder, like the Master View or whatever those were from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Viewmaster, there you go. They made one of those, and I got it originally for Masters because they have a Masters game on there and shit like that, but it worked perfectly well with my cell phone.
Chef's kiss.
I've got Cliff thinking.
No, I don't know. Dude,
No,
I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't know if it's my age. I don't care about porn.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just late, dude. I just don't care.
Cliff, I'm worried about you. You don't eat. You don't drink.
I know.
I'm gonna
Like,
be
well,
thin, and I'm gonna be too indifferent to care that I'm thin.
This is true. They'll
You
keep
can't
you
walk
from
around.
keep
you
you
can't
from
walk around
trouble.
backed up. I know that's if I'm ever on edge, it's because I'm backed up. You can't walk around being backed up.
Yeah.
You gotta clear the pipes.
If we're getting super serious here, I'll tell you, like, the last time I attempted it, like, halfway through, I lost interest.
All right, Cliff. We're all worried about you now.
Cliff.
No, we're gonna take this offline because we're already at our longest. Cliff even took himself offline.
I was only thinking
No,
because
my
maybe
camera's
he's got
been doing weird shit
Skeletor.
all
He's looking
night.
at Skeletor's arm. You know what I mean? Because he's Skeletor's hand.
Oh,
Is
but
it
got
right or
Skeletor's on the
left?
back. He's on the back.
Okay.
All right, here. Let me cue up the outro. This took a spiral. I shouldn't have been so personal about my stuff, but all right. Well, we will see you motherfuckers sooner rather than later.
Later rather than sooner.
Peace.
Secret powers were revealed to you. Secret powers